Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Glassbreakers Guild and our weekly D&D sessions. We are here. We are welcome you here to the table with us. We hope that you're ready to have some fun because we certainly are as well. Unfortunately, we are short a Nat tonight. She was not feeling well. We hope that she does feel better tomorrow, as soon as tomorrow, but hopefully we will also have her back in time for next week's session. On that note, just a quick little announcement, little blurb to get out for you guys. Next week's session will not be a live session. We have company coming in, and so what we're going to do is we're going to pre-record it on Sunday and replay it for you guys on Monday night at our regular time. So be watching for that.
We need to discuss that later, actually.
We will be recording it at some point.
Yeah, we will.
We'll still be here.
Yeah.
And I've just been informed there might be a change to that schedule. So
our thing is still going to exist on Monday.
So we will talk to you guys. We'll let you guys know what the deal is in the Discord, which this is a good time to go ahead and put the Discord server up there for you guys. It's a good place to go to check out all of the news about this channel as well as Danny's channel and Curie's creative channels. Good place to keep in touch with us and interact with us, both in and out of character. So if you haven't visited the Discord, go check that out. We also have our YouTube channel. You can go there, see all of our back episodes for this campaign as well as the previous campaigns. We've got a full run through of the Tomb of Annihilation, and we've got the full run through of Danny's fill-in campaign that she just finished. So go check those out. In addition to those, we've also got some one-shots. Braden's run several of those. We've also got, I think Danny ran a 10 Candles game over Halloween.
That is not on YouTube.
Right. Is it not?
It is not on YouTube.
I've got to fix that because that needs to be on the YouTubes.
A year late, but it'll be there.
We also have a series that we call Cover Your Assets, where we get together and we talk about nerdy things like creating custom content for D&D. So check all of that out on YouTube. All right, I think that's it for my announcements. Do you guys have anything else that you want to put in? If not...
There are new campaign short stories in the Discord. Campaign
They're real
shorts.
good.
Oh, yeah.
They're interesting.
Oh, yes,
definitely.
Yes, I forgot to mention those.
From before we actually started playing the campaign, some of us were doing things behind the scenes, and then there
Just
were
waiting for Keith.
stories that had progressed. So you can kind of check that out if you want. You're hip to my jive. I know you are. Yes.
All right, so...
She started it. I'm not really quite that... I mean, I'm pasty, but
All right, so...
not that far behind in decades.
Here we are, back in Sutterton. It has been a year, and all of you have had eventful lives over the year. It's been a little bit. It's been right at a year since the rocks fell from the sky, and the creatures popped out of them, interrupting what was otherwise a very lovely fall harvest festival. Spring was something else entirely and happened out of game. So we'll leave that to the short stories that Danny was just talking about. But it's been a year since the fall festival when the rocks fell from the sky. It's been quite eventful, actually. Mizuki has been spending a lot of time in Sutterton. She's been back and forth to where her family has its base, but she's been spending a lot more time here in town. So much so, in fact, that she has entered into a long-term rental agreement with the owner of the Headless Hydra, She now has exclusive use of the most prestigious room in his inn for the entire year. Imagine that. She hasn't quite figured out how to teach the cook how to make a decent cup of tea yet, though, but she's working on it.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but
It's a
surely.
very hard art to get into.
Then,
Persistence
she's
will
mostly
eventually
given
pay
up
off.
and just makes her own tea right now.
Simi has been working with Killian on her elvishness, or half elvishness, as the case may be, and she's also been working with her master, or with a master at the cloister, learning some martial arts. So every so often you'll see her sort of walking through town square, rolling her shoulder and trying to loosen up a little bit. She'll have... It's not often that people get to see them, but there's bruises on arms and legs from all of the high impact contact
He speaks
associated
as though
with
he's
that.
seen this kind of thing
You know,
before.
I've never seen my wife engage in martial arts at all.
It's a really good thing because I thought you were going to say I've never seen my wife bruised before. I was like, yeah, that comes across exactly the way you meant it.
Yeah.
Killian has finished his apprenticeship with Draxus and has opened his own shop. He is not competing directly with his old master. He's
Smart.
more into tinkering around and creating new stuff,
Mechanical stuff.
And every so often from his workshop there will be explosions, bangs, loud noises, weird smokes, odd smells. You know, it is the quintessential mad scientist's workshop. Alma has been Alma.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. That is
And
you
Alma,
don't have
not
to say
someone else.
any more than that.
I mean,
I
To a
mean,
certain extent.
yeah. So Alma's been having adventures and pulling shenanigans. Cabbage actually wound up eventually talking her way onto one of the riverboats.
Of course you did.
Surprise, surprise. And so she has made several trips up and down the river with Captain Greybeard as well as some of the other riverboat captains as well. She's learning the river trade pretty well. And on this auspicious week, a familiar figure climbs down out of the carriage from points out of the valley. He's a figure that has not been seen in almost a year, since he left to go join the Imperial Guard in capital city Costus. Adrian
Hi.
has just arrived back in town.
Yeah, Adrian. Sorry.
So
Somebody.
at this point, I will give it up to you guys to give us an idea where you are, what you're doing, and how you might react to this long-lost friend returning to town. How about we start with Mizuki?
Let's see, what time of day is it? Midday?
It's about midday.
Okay. So she would probably be in her room,
Okay.
the Headless Hydra. Probably just sorting through business
Okay.
stuff right now. It is part of her work day, so.
Okay. So the room you have has a good view over the entire city center, and so you hear the familiar clatter of the wheels on the pavement outside, the cobblestones, and you look down and you see the carriage that runs back and forth down to Lamont's Wells, and you do see Adrian stepping out.
So she'll make her way out of her room to go greet him.
All right. Excellent. Killian.
Killian is in his workshop with a large tank of water and some sort of something that sits over the tank of water, and he is currently getting ready to light a fire underneath it.
All right.
Chitty chitty bang bang.
Sini.
So would there be word from is he just like showing up?
I'm just showing up.
Okay.
I will say, you have not heard from me in a year.
Okay. So if it's about midday, if I've finished all of my chores at the chores and lessons at the monastery, I would probably end up heading back up towards the winery to do some of the things that Alma used to.
Adrian.
I'm sorry. A names.
Alma. Adrian.
Adrian used to. And I don't know that we're particularly close yet as far as me and Mummy Dearest, but
Okay.
I feel like she at least knows that I'm trying in my own weird little way.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go up and do some physical labor at the winery.
And she does recognize that, and she's thankful for the effort, and realizing that you kind of need your own space, she's letting you set the tone for how you guys interact.
That works. Yeah. So that's gonna be what I'm doing. I don't know he's here.
Okay. Alma.
Today's a weird day for Alma. Alma is at home, working, doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Finally got the cuffs on.
What?
Huh. He is in the middle of working on patching pants for the town.
Okay. Now, remind me where the tailor's shop is in town.
Is on the edge of town, so it is down the street by the
So you're up on the north end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over here.
Okay. So you actually would not be in a position to see Adrian arrive on the carriage. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people. Nobody knows you're here.
Oh.
So what are you
Except for
doing?
me.
Well, except for Mizuki. So
Cabbage apparently body
well,
slammed.
she will.
Oh.
She's actually not in town at the
When she
moment.
knows.
She's down the river.
Oh, that's
She's
right.
working too, as the rest of us are productive members of society.
All right then.
You know what I
So Mizuki, go right ahead.
All right.
And, let's start there
All right.
then.
Hello, Adrian.
Oh. Hey, Mizuki.
How are you? How has your year been away?
Yeah. Been a long, arduous journey.
I see.
I learned that word, arduous.
Arduous. Yeah, that is a great.
I am an educated man now.
Really, that's very, very educated of you.
Thank you. I see
You
there
are
wasn't
most
a.
welcome.
I'm kind of glad there wasn't a welcoming party. I didn't want to get tackled, so.
You don't enjoy being tackled?
Well, no, I'm a brick wall.
Okay,
But-
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't exactly tell everyone I would be back, but
Well, I mean, I'm certainly happy that you're here.
well, good to hear.
Should we inform the others?
Well,
That
where
you've
is
arrived?
everyone?
I believe most of them are busy working.
This is what it's like to be an adult, you guys. You come back to visit your friends, and they're all working all day.
Well, then perhaps would you
Killian
like-
should be in his
Well then,
shop.
if you're not doing anything today, would you perhaps like to be my guide and
Yeah,
show
let
me where
just-
everyone is?
Yes, allow me to show you around your hometown.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, I don't know where
I can
everyone
let you-
is, so.
Why don't we stop by the forge first?
Yeah.
Killian has his own now, so
Oh, good.
yes.
I claimed the building across the road from the forge.
Of course you did.
Of
Okay.
course. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Walk-
So
walk-
so the two of you walk off down the road towards towards Killian's new shop, and sort of chatting as you go along the way. It doesn't take long. It's not a big town, so you. So are you like? Are you attempting that one particular project at this point?
Yes.
All right. So
Bad.
you guys
In all
open the
the
door
best ways.
and walk in just in time to see this big contraption start to spew steam out of its seams.
So Killian's got this big sheet of metal, and he's got a little like place to look through, and he is in the back corner holding it up, and he has like oven mitts on, and he has an old like knight's helmet that is rusted over that he has pulled down over his head, and he's up against the back wall with this in front of him.
That's
I
amazing.
guess he hasn't changed.
Doesn't. I mean. No.
Can I hear
I've
that
only known
over
him for so long.
make
Pop,
me
pop, 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 pop,
make me a perception check at disadvantage.
That'll be a 6.
That'll be a no. So all you guys can kind of hear is this whooshing of escaping steam around the
As it
seams
gets
of this.
higher and higher pitched.
It's getting higher and higher pitched, and there is a needle on a gauge on the side of it that is pegged, and the whole gauge is sort of vibrating more and more
dear.
and more and more.
I think we should back up a bit.
I think we'll be okay.
I back up a bit.
How are you going to handle this?
Well, it hasn't exploded yet, so this is going better than so far. Does it look like it's gonna explode? how well does this design work? We're on design number 5.
How dangerous does this look?
I backed away.
I mean,
Okay.
Killian's cowering behind a shield.
Ping! One of the rivets turns
Oh
loose.
dear.
Oh no! Oh no! Alright. I pick up a bucket of sand, and with the shield still in front of me, and as he moves, you get like he comes up from behind a workstation. You can see that his shield is on like a little dolly cart, so he can. And I'm going to wheel my way up to it, and from behind the shield, throw the sand on the fire.
All right. Well, that puts the fire out, but the pressure is still there.
Yup. I'm gonna back up again.
I'm gonna blow it down.
One of the pipe fittings on the back of the boiler turns loose and starts spewing steam everywhere. The entire building fills with steam and just billows out, and it suddenly gets really, really hot and really, really humid and really, really hard to see.
Killian, do you need some help?
Wait, who is on?
It's Mizuki.
What are you doing in here? It's not safe!
It's not like there was a sign.
Was that bucket?
What?
Adrian's here.
So you hear the wheeling of a cart, and out of the steam he comes, still with his big shield thing mounted. Hi, Adrian.
Yeah, we just arrived.
Nice.
You're Adrian, right?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Oh, we kind of thought you were dead. Good to see
Well,
you.
it looks like you're okay.
Also, we should not be standing here. I have no idea if what's in the air is safe.
Okay, well we can go.
Why don't we just shut the
We
door
should
and-
go outside.
All right.
I thought I didn't go in.
I mean, you don't need to take care of whatever.
As you
Going on.
leave, you reach over and you pull a lever, and it opens up like a vent in your roof, and the steam just starts billowing out.
Rocket.
No, at this point of the experiment, it's just gonna kind of do what it's gonna do.
Nice to see that you
Yeah, I
haven't changed,
understand
Killian.
that.
Looks like
I
you've
told
changed.
you.
Well, a lot dapper.
He learned some. He added a few words to his vocabulary, so that's
I
something.
just used the word arduous. I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Look at you.
That's
Anyway,
what I said.
Yeah, good to see you. We thought you were dead.
Yeah, I could have kept better touch. What are you working on?
Oh,
Dare I
that?
ask? Yeah.
So I had this dream one night. I had this idea in it.
He kind of folds her arms.
You've probably heard this story before.
Yeah.
There was
At least a dozen.
There was this giant water wheel,
Yeah.
and all the water in the river was boiling over, and the steam was pushing the wheel faster than I've ever seen it go before.
Okay.
So I thought, oh, that's a really good idea. Why don't we try and replicate that?
Right. Okay.
And?
I assume that's what was going on in there, correct?
Well, that particular design is apparently not going to work very well.
Very well.
What was your first clue?
Well, for this one, it was probably when the rivet broke.
Yes, I
Although
can see
there have been I've learned a lot about what it looks like when something's about to explode over the course of these experiments.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Very well.
Yeah, so what are you doing back?
Vacation.
So you are on a vacation and you chose to use your vacation time to come back to the place where you hadn't spoken to anyone for a year,
Well, I've sent letters to my mother.
but not to anybody else.
No.
And you thought it'd be a great time to spend your vacation here.
Yes.
Maybe you didn't think it through, Killian.
Apparently. Welcome back.
Yeah.
How long are you here for?
An unknown amount of time.
So,
they
like, are
told
you
me-
on vacation, or, like,
Yes.
did they kick you out?
No, they told me to take a vacation. They didn't tell me when to come back, so they said go take a vacation. and
Did they pay you to take this vacation?
then- not that I know of.
Oh. I
Oh.
see.
Well, I hope you find your vacation productive and rewarding.
Yeah.
Indeed. I as well hope you find your vacation.
And if it doesn't work out, the mill's always hiring.
Right.
Yes.
About this time, as you guys are standing there, there is one of the patrols from the Imperial garrison comes trotting by on their horses.
Okay.
They're either coming back or going out. It's really hard to tell because they sort of switch things up and try and keep it random so as to not have patterns that can be discerned.
How long have they been in town?
How long has it been?
It's probably been about 8 or 9 months.
Better part of a year.
Okay. I don't remember them being here, so.
No, they weren't here when you left.
Well, is that because of the red lizard things?
Do we have a name for them yet?
No.
No? Yes, that would be because of the red lizard things.
Okay.
Mizuki calls them dragons, but
Yeah.
she's the only one.
Sure.
They're either really, really tough or they breed very, very quickly. And we haven't really nailed down which of those two it is.
Could be balls.
Okay. Sounds exciting.
No, not really. No. Your town getting attacked by red lizards is usually not what I would call exciting.
Unfortunate, I think, is the word
Unfortunate,
you're looking for.
Terrifying, uncomfortable
Yes.
are all good words you could
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
Arduous would be a great word to describe the experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since
Arduous.
we're talking about words you've learned.
Okay.
So, what are you all planning on doing?
I was just. Well, Adrian asked where everyone else was.
Right.
Since, he decided not to
Right.
contact the rest
Right,
of us.
so he has no idea where to find
Yeah,
anyone.
he has no idea. So I
Look, I didn't
mean,
think that went
I
through,
offered.
but
kindly offered to.
And I am much appreciated that you did.
Yes. To
Oh, so
take him
who else
around.
have you taken him around to see?
It's just been you so
Oh.
far. He just got here barely, so.
Yeah, I
Oh.
came in with the carriage.
Yes, yes.
Good for you.
So the steam has sort of died down out of your vent. So
Give it 5 more minutes and I can probably go back in.
Well, shall we
Hope it's
leave
safe.
you to your work and I shall go visit the others?
Yeah, sure. I'll drinks later.
Sure.
Yeah?
All right, good.
Probably put you off drinking.
all right. So where are you guys gonna go next?
Where's closest?
I assume it would be the
closest
wine
would
yard.
probably be the winery.
Okay, yeah.
With the caveat there being, if he goes there, he'll probably get drawn into long conversation with Mom.
Yeah, you might want
Yeah,
to take
okay.
him to Alma's first.
We'll
So-
do Alma's first, yeah.
Okay.
Right, so.
All right.
Well, Adrian, how about we stop by Alma's?
Sure.
I believe he should.
You agreed?
What's wrong with you?
Are you sure?
The
What
man,
are you
the man,
doing?
the man lost his job. He's not thinking clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Who
yeah.
said I lost my job?
You were told to go on vacation.
You were
and
told
never
to leave and not to come back.
Well, they haven't told me when to come back.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's okay. We can go visit Alma. That's fine.
All right, so you guys make your way through town, back past the carriage that is starting to load people leaving, and past all of the vendors that have their little stands set up in towns. Familiar faces, familiar wares, familiar smells, sights, all of that. There is what appears to be a wagon loading up to head down the road towards Lamont's Wells, full of lumber and processed wood and products of that nature. You guys cross through all of that and then make your way up to the tailor's shop.
Yeah.
And push the door open. Ting ting.
Dad, are you? Come in. So, Alma closes his book and sets down his sewing because he was actually working for once.
Wow.
Nice.
I caught him on a good day.
And steps out. Oh, hi.
Hello, Alma.
Hey, Alma.
Adrian is back in town.
I can see that.
Yes.
And what kind of trouble have you gotten yourself into recently?
I don't do that anymore.
Within the last month, let's say. A year's worth would probably be too much.
Yeah. No trouble. Anyway, I'm glad to see you.
Yeah.
I don't know where Mom and Dad got to, but I was just reading and working on patching pants.
So doing work for once.
Hey, what do you mean for once? I
It's been a
pride
while
myself.
since you've been here.
Mhm.
Oh, true.
I always get my work done. Usually it's just in the middle of the night. Because that's when people are asleep. Anyway,
Daytime hours?
are you a master swordsman now?
No, it takes a long time to become one of those.
You've been
with-
gone a really long
What?
time.
I should have come with.
You
No, he lost his job.
Missy will
That's
like take Alma
apropos.
aside later. Be like, I'm pretty sure Adrian lost his job.
Well, if you're still working on it, one of the books that I ordered came in. It just got here before or after you left, and so I didn't have time to get it to you. But it goes through the basics of the Fibonacci defense, and It actually is really, really useful. I've been learning to use a rapier myself.
Oh, wonderful. This is mine, and I pull out a very ceremonial-looking rapier.
They let you keep that?
Well,
Don't you have to make that with your uniform?
well, I was part of. I was actually a royal bodyguard for a while.
See, he said was.
Okay.
And they presented this to me, and they gave me a medal, and it's the shard thing.
It's a thank you for your 1 year of service medal.
Yep.
That's really cool. So, did you see anything cool or do anything fun?
Oh yes, of course. Well, I think some of us are gonna drink later. But if you would like to sit there with us, you may.
So I might have to finish working, but I heard that the constable is back in town.
Oh,
I could let him know and send him your way.
okay. That sounds all right.
Okay. Well, it's good to see you. I've got to go finish. Do you have any pants that need patched? I'll do it for free.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Okay. Well, it's good to see you. I'm really glad you're back.
Well, thank you, Alma.
And he will go back to sewing pants.
Your word
Good
for the
luck,
day was
Alma.
responsible.
Good luck, Alma.
Thanks.
Thank you for the follow.
DDE. Whoa.
Yeah, DDE 2305.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi.
Hey,
Thanks,
DD.
Dee
305.
All right.
So, does he have something going on scheme-wise with pants? Is that what I'm getting at?
It's clearly a
Scheme-wise
pants-related
with
mischief.
What,
Almost lost
what
my
could
drink.
you be referring to?
Well, Alma always pulls off weird pranks and schemes. Is this some new thing?
No, I'm pretty sure he's actually working.
I want an insight.
Insight check.
Your inciting check.
Nope.
Never
Nope.
mind.
Unless you roll something higher than a 6.
All right, so you guys
Lower than a six.
leave the tailor shop
Okay.
and head across town up to the winery.
All right.
Pulls off pranks, now pulls off pants.
Pants off, dance off.
So you guys make your way up to the winery. The old house had to be torn down because it was just so far,
Fair. Fair.
so
Not that you know, 'cause you weren't here
far
for it.
off of
Shut up.
its foundation that there was no repairing what was left. So they had to tear it down. They replaced it with very, very nice, solid construction. More or less the same floor plan as what it had before. It's just got that new wood smell that hasn't quite left it yet. So it was built on the same site, same foundation. Your family's little shrine is still there. The trees that were in the yard, unfortunately, succumbed to all of the damage that night years ago, and so it's a lot more open around the house than it was before. You do see there are a couple more hands in the fields than there were before. One of them is actually Simi, and she's there with sort of a broad brim a hat over her head, shading her from the sun, as she's reaching up through the vines, tending to the grapes.
Do you see us?
Roll me a perception check.
Nope.
Nope, she does not.
I mean, I'll say like, oh, is that a plus? It's a plus 5. Oh, maybe. So it'd be 13.
Well, I mean, they're not being
It's not like we're
especially
sneaking
We're
around.
not being
sneaky.
sneaky.
And so I'm gonna say yeah. With that 13, you would see them coming up the street, up the road.
Do I recognize him?
You
Thanks,
would,
Nova.
so you
You'd probably
recognize
recognize.
Mizuki for sure.
Okay.
I mean, when you
I
look in the
haven't
mirror, don't
changed
you
much.
basically see?
I haven't changed much. I like
So yeah, he hasn't changed much. So you probably would
different
it-
clothing, but
It would take a minute to place him because it has been so long, but eventually, yeah, you would recognize him.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't see.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, I don't know what to do with this. And just keep
Does
working.
Mizuki see
Until
her?
you were dead.
Does Mizuki see Simi not seeing Adrian?
Roll me an insight check.
I see you not seeing.
Just gonna tilt my hat a little. Like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? New territory, not sure.
And Simi, what is your passive
13.
deception?
So
Passive
your
deception.
deception
Plus
plus
your
10.
deception.
So 10 plus your
9.
deception.
9,
9?
I guess.
So what was your insight?
13.
13?
Well, because it's 10 plus
Yeah,
your
you noticed.
Plus your
Okay.
deception bonus.
-1.
That would be 9.
Yep.
So, since Mizuki
Apparently
likes
very
Simi, she won't tell Adrian
Oh.
that he just got.
She just
Rejected.
threw massive shade his direction. So
It wasn't
But she
intentional
mentally
shade.
notes it.
It was
For a
just-
later
I
time.
didn't know what to do
So
with that
so
emotion.
Simi sees on as she's looking down, she sees Mizuki will remember that.
Mizuki will remember
Yep.
that.
Ruh-roh.
She
So-
does a little fan thing that probably means something.
It's like I saw that and I'm making a note of it. So also in the field is Tangui. He is there tending to the vines, and one other hand that you don't recognize, who was not an employee when you left.
You make special note of that.
All
I
right.
don't. That was a 6.
All right, so you guys go on up to the house. Well, I don't know. Mizuki, where would you guys go? Would you go to the house first, or to the fields first, or?
We'd probably go up to the house to see who's there.
Okay.
Since I obviously noticed Simi not wanting to see Adrian, I probably
Okay.
direct Adrian towards the house.
Okay.
So,
I suppose I should do
with
this.
the warning to him, just so you know, things are not the same as when you left here.
Well, I assume so, yes.
There's a lot of new things. You know,
New stepdad. New
Uh-oh.
stepdad.
Uh-oh.
just to dampen, any. Just don't expect too much.
Missed it. What?
His mom's married to the constable.
I'm not even giving you inspiration for that one.
Hello, Adrian. I am your new father.
That's just terrible. Whoa.
Okay, so you lead him.
Yeah.
You lead him up to the house, around the back to where the main entrance is, or where most everybody goes in, unless
Yes.
it's a formal business occasion.
Yeah.
You actually just knock on the door and open it, and don't even bother waiting for Deidre to say "come in."
You're one of those people.
So
Only because she has given me permission at this point.
yes.
And she has absolutely told me that I am
Because
allowed
we've
to
all
do
come
that.
by to comfort her because she
It-
thought her son was dead.
It
Yes.
did start off as a business relationship.
Yes,
you,
it did.
You were wanting to get her wines into wider circulation,
Mhm.
but since then, since she knew you were a friend of Adrian's, it became sort of a, oh yeah, just come on in whenever.
My mother is
She
so
still
Gary.
feels a little weird about it sometimes.
Yeah,
'Cause
like you
she,
do.
Like growing up, this is not her normal thing, but it's okay.
Yeah. So you go in first, and Deidre is there, sitting at her desk in sort of the little cubby just off the kitchen, and she's looking and she's going over her books, and she doesn't even look up. She kind of recognizes the distinctive sound of your clogs on her floor. It's like, oh, hey Mizuki, I'll be right with you.
Wait, did you not tell your mother?
That I was coming
That
back.
you got fired?
No, that you lost your job.
I didn't lose my job.
That he knows.
Yeah, okay. Actually, there's someone else here to see you.
Oh, who's that? Hello. And she bolts up, drops what she was looking at, rushes over to you, and throws her arms around you. How have you been? Why didn't you tell me you were coming? I would have had something planned, and we would have had a fine. Would have had one of the finest bottles open for you. Come on.
Deidre, we still can plan something.
Yes. This has to
dear.
happen.
Mother, we don't need to go totally overboard with it.
Let's
I
just
think
go a
your
little
friends would
overboard.
want to see you.
We've met a couple of them already, but I
Yeah.
guess we can
didn't
see
know
the
we
rest
wanted to
of
see
them.
him. We thought he was dead.
You did at
You've
least
been
tell
spreading rumors about me out, but
you did at least
Nope.
tell them you were coming, right?
yes.
Clears her throat.
Adrian,
Mom.
you didn't tell anyone you were coming?
It was a very sudden thing.
Suddenly fired without
I
understanding.
wasn't
All right. You're a grown man. You can do what you want. You can tell people or not when you're coming into town. It's fine. I'm just your mother.
Damn it. No. We can have a party. That's
Oh, we're
fine.
going to have a party.
Oh, good guilt trip.
That was my wisdom
best.
save to save from it.
All right. Excellent.
Uh-huh.
They'll be so happy. I've got to go get Tengui, and we've got to get this planned up. We need some of the 65, I think. Yes, some of the 65. And she's talking to herself as she walks out.
Okay.
She's making lists as she's out the door.
Get the vacation that
Can
just
Miss
came.
Lee catch her real quick
Sure.
and whisper, I'm pretty sure that Adrian doesn't have employment anymore.
Oh,
Maybe try to just cushion the blow.
Yes, I
a
lost my
little.
job at Disneyland. My dream job.
Maybe
No!
I'm not certain, but it seems like that might.
Why do you say that?
They told him to go on vacation and not to come back.
On vacation, but they hadn't given him an allotted time for the
return.
vacation.
They just told him to
They
go.
haven't given him a return time either, so
I'm wondering
it's
that.
a little weird.
That is a little strange.
Yes.
I guess things might have changed in the capital since I've been there last.
I don't
This
believe
vacation
so.
conversation, like, what do you mean?
As far as I'm aware.
Vacation.
But I mean,
I'll get to the bottom of it. It's fine.
okay, yeah.
Meantime,
I
I've
mean,
got to
I
go-
just wanted to let you know.
And she's she's talking to herself again as she goes off around the side of the building to go get help. Simi,
help.
roll me a perception check. Take that as you will.
Oh, that's better. That's going to be a plus 16.
16? Okay. You look up to see Deidre, Mom, coming around the house. She's talking to herself. and she is making a beeline your direction.
I feel as though bolting would draw a little more attention to me than
Oh, she's
I
gonna mean right hook with the rock.
It's a weird thing to know, Adrian.
No, makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Just imagine all the times you were darting away from your work. Just drop in the middle of the field.
That's why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
So much
Lots of
funny
concussion.
now.
Too many rocks to the head.
One too many
I
rocks to the
just
head.
I keep working and just let her get to me.
She's actually not coming to you.
Oh, thank God.
She's coming to. She stops by Tangui.
Oh,
Ah!
I still don't know.
And you kind of overhear her talking to him about planning a party for Adrian, and how she needs Tangui to go down to the warehouse and grab a couple of the barrels of the 65 rocking chair,
Barrels can be a good night.
and
Yeah.
needs to go swing by the butcher and buy up the she's planning the party, and about at the end of her list, she kind of takes a breath. She looks over at you. Take Simi with you. Thank you. And then she turns and walks back towards the house.
I feel so justified.
Solid table.
I'll go with him when he comes over to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tangui does go over to the barn, to the barn, and a few minutes later he comes back with one of the carts, one of the pull carts, motions to you, and the two of you head on down the hill.
Okay.
Fast forward a few hours. All of you have had, those of you who were not there, have received your invitations up to the farmhouse, up to the winery to have a welcome home party for Adrian. Food, wine, good times, a little bit of music, the whole 9 yards.
Job interviews.
Job interviews if you want them, that kind of thing. So the appointed time has come, and you guys all sort of arrive. Now, do you arrive en masse, or
En
one at a
masse.
time? How are you guys dealing with this?
I'd imagine Constable Rick shows up by himself.
Okay, imagine so.
Does anyone come get Killian?
I mean, I would probably.
Or Mizuki would.
Otherwise,
maybe.
Killian is going to be at least 20 minutes late.
Mizuki would probably go get him. Yeah.
Yeah, because I would be setting stuff up, so that's.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what-
So Mizuki would probably go get him.
So what are you working on when Mizuki shows up?
There are these metallic bird wings that he has strung up, and he is working on adjusting
Are
them
you making wings?
Oh, Icarus.
so much. I'm making
Oh,
so much
Icarus,
all the
don't
time.
fly too close to the sun.
Killian.
Right, yeah, just put it down there. I'll get to it in a minute.
No. The party.
What?
For Adrian?
What?
Did you not get your invitation?
Oh! How late am I?
Well, we're not late yet.
Oh,
If we go now.
okay. Yeah, give me like 10 minutes to make myself presentable.
Yes, that's fine.
All right, so Killian will throw down his work tools and run off into the back room and like wash all the dirt off his face and put on some clothes that don't have holes in them, and then come back out and we can go.
They all have holes.
Put on clothes you think don't have holes in them.
Your grandfather would be so
Mizuki's
upset.
definitely judging his clothes.
Depends how much money he makes.
All right, so Mizuki and Killian arrive right about the time that the party is getting started. Constable Rick is there. Simi is already there. I assume you've kind of cleaned up a little bit from working in the fields.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that was just straight up armpit.
So there is a long sort of banquet table laid on outside, within sight of the shrine that your mom has set up there in the yard. It's a nice breeze is blowing. It's a cool, starting to get to be like a crisp fall day. There's a whole rack of lamb that has been cooked up real nice. Some nice fresh greens and autumn vegetables. A little bit of mint sauce. There are a couple of barrels of the family vintage, or one of them, that have been tapped, and the wine is flowing.
Everyone, over here a moment. With the events that happened a few days after the unfortunate fire about a year ago, I was unable to present something that I believe to be important.
Okay.
I
I thought you had already.
With the timing, because of the attack right after it ended up happening.
There were 2 awards that were not given out, especially considering the events immediately after the fire, and the subsequent exit of our young friend Adrian.
He pulls out a box from. So he's actually not in uniform. He's actually in a big vest, and he's put on some weight, and his mustache has gotten even longer. He does, yeah.
I think by this point we would have figured it out.
You know that I know.
Oh.
Do you know that I know that you know that you know that I know that you know
We're a
what I'm
knowledgeable
thinking?
family.
He pulls out a box and pops it open and turns it around, and inside there are 2. They're not made of gold, but they are probably some sort of a silver, and each of them have a ribbon attached to them. They are medals, and he steps over to Mizuki and says, "For acts of bravery and courage in leading and he sort of twitches his mustache, the organization of the firefighters at the mill," and he sort of puts the ribbon across your neck. With
She'll
the,
like bow down, kind of thing.
And then he'll step over to Adrian, and for our young Adrian, for honor, valor, and courage, and he'll put the medal over your neck. I apologize that it has taken us this long, but due to your absence, we thought it best to wait.
Well, thank you.
Snap the box shut,
And also
and
because
puts
we
it
thought
back
he
in
was dead.
puts it back in his vest.
I thought he was dead.
Well, I didn't hear anything from him. He just got up and left.
Does he strike you as the type of person?
I stopped talking, just so you know.
That's awkward. Hi.
Hi.
How does
I'm
this
going to
work?
get a drink.
How does? Am I supposed to hug you now?
Well,
Okay.
If this makes you more comfortable.
Okay. Yes.
So,
No. I've had
So-
them ready for a year.
what do you go by
I
now?
thought it was a good idea to wait to give Mizuki hers for.
Simi,
Okay. Because I know you have a lot of names.
your mom still calls me May. He still calls me Lucia.
What would you like me to call you? So then I am no longer confused.
Because like otherwise, how are you supposed to
Whatever
keep
you
up with
like
this?
Okay.
best is fine. I guess.
Then I'll call you May.
Okay.
You may.
Constable.
Still has yet to find one that's funny.
Such a punny guy.
Thank you.
It's good to see you again.
Well, it's good to see you too. Sorry, I didn't get back. I was super busy in the capital.
Sure.
Too busy
I
to send
don't-
the letter?
Well, my mom can attest that I have terrible handwriting.
Maybe you should
He's right.
practice.
I
It could help,
probably
you know.
should.
I believe that.
She has beautiful calligraphy.
Would you like to regale us with some stories of your time in the capital?
Perhaps.
Not
Do they
really.
fire you for having bad habits?
I won't press you, of course.
Been to the capital. You've been to the capital.
Yeah, but I mean, they're just.
Wait, sorry. Well, yes. Regale us with stories.
Nope, we're not doing that apparently.
Don't regale us with stories.
Yes, do regale us with stories.
Oh, I
I'm
might
quite
have
intrigued.
presents. I had them like 3 months ago, and I was going to mail them, but then stuff happened. So
I think it was just 12 months ago.
I mean, it does
Additionally,
keep
Alma
it
told me
up.
that you were back in
You know,
town,
to get
and he sends his
travel, so
well, it is his
True.
bedtime,
yeah,
so
maybe
Indeed,
maybe it was
indeed.
a month in between.
If
trying
you
to
have a
Could've
gift
done,
for
figure out
Alma,
something
well, I'm sure you can give it to him
before
later
he
as well.
finally
But
gave up.
Okay.
if you
Or
want,
just
I
came
can
back.
deliver it to him later as well,
Okay.
depending
Yeah,
on
makes sense.
how
Right, it
soon
would-
you
it
intend
would
on
make
seeing
sense.
him.
okay,
Or how long you intend on avoiding him, as the case may be.
right. Anyway, I will go back into the house and go to the chest, gather a few things, and come back. So I can't remember who the. Here's a hammer.
Oh, great. Another one.
It's made of like some weird material, so
It's a ball peen.
It is a ball
What
peen
color's
hammer.
the material?
Red. Red.
Silver.
I'm gonna pick it up, test the weight.
It's entirely up to you what this is.
Oh
Not to
no.
put you on the spot or anything. He got duped.
It's entirely too heavy to be mithril. But the sheen on the outside looks like it should be mithril.
I'm gonna bring it up and
Knock off. Or plated.
what does it smell like?
Make me an investigation check.
A natural 20.
Okay. Mithril, but there's also a very strong there's a very strong smell of like slag iron.
Lead.
I'm gonna. So Killian starts. He like starts looking around. He goes, right. Thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful. And he'll just put it in his belt. Later, he's gonna get stuff like.
We'll get to that.
A bag of tea.
From the cat.
Captain
Mizuki
might be
takes
good.
it.
Oh gosh, dang it!
Coffee tea.
It's actually
Not tea.
it's not like high end, but it's
I don't know.
it's better than average.
Better than what you're getting in town.
Better than what you're getting in town. Yeah.
I'm assuming at this point Mizuki just stocks her own tea.
Yeah. So this
It's like
would-
every time she goes
Hey, the
back
thought
home,
is here.
she's like,
The thought is
"Please."
here.
She
It's
like
not the
she
thought,
like
but the
takes
thought
all
is
the tea she
here.
can.
It's probably better this way. If the hammer had actually been made out of something really valuable, I might have melted it down.
I have a book, which I assume Alma would greatly enjoy if I'll just set it here on the table.
any particular anything that the book.
Yes.
Constable, are you gonna deliver that to Alma?
You might should examine it just in case.
Make sure it's something that a boy so young should have.
Yeah.
It's a book on sewing.
I'm sure he'll enjoy it.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
This thing. I assume this is
That's
yours.
an interesting shape.
It's wrapped in cloth. It is wrapped in cloth, so you have no idea what it is.
So describe it. What size, shape? What-
Cylindrical.
Like.
Okay. I think we broke the Danny.
It's like you can sort of see through the wrapping. There's
Let's
something black
not.
inside.
Let's not.
Open it.
You got me a gift?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I can.
Because he could.
She unwraps it.
assuming he got
It is a
Must have been
white
years ago.
wooded
He did
flute.
say he meant to send them earlier,
Mhm.
and
This is
something came
beautiful.
up.
Uh-huh.
Things are falling.
Waterworks. Waterworks. Waterworks.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Adrian.
You're welcome. And then I have something else for
Cabbage.
cabbage, but we can talk about that later. So.
Okay. Yeah.
It involves pirates.
Sounds good.
I mean, if it doesn't, it's a bad gift idea for cabbage.
Yes.
White wooden flute.
I don't know if it's tuned or not, so.
I love the idea of a tuned flute.
You don't tune flutes.
Oh, I don't know. Well, it could be untuned.
um,
All right. Maybe that was the reason why.
maybe. Maybe.
So the evening goes along very well. Tengui is back and forth to the table, serving,
Mhm.
playing the host as he will.
Okay, no one knows. Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
And the night starts to fall, and stars come out. The fireflies are flickering, and you guys have a lovely time, having a good time with each other. At the end of the night, the party breaks up. Each of you goes your separate ways. Simi, you're heading back to the cloister. Mizuki, back down to your room at the inn. Killian, do you have a room in your workshop, or do you have someplace
A hammock?
else where you're
There's
staying?
not an actual room. He does have a place where he sleeps, but I imagine he still technically lives at home.
Okay.
What time of night is it?
It's just past sundown, so it's sort of dusk.
Oh yeah, no, there's plenty of time left. I'm gonna go back to the workshop.
Okay. And
Cloister.
you're gonna head to the cloister.
Yep.
All right. So, Constable Rick escorts Simi down to the cloister. Adrian, Deidre tells you that she does have your room ready for you whenever you want to retire for the evening.
Okay. I will do so.
So, do you make it known that you're following me back? Like, are you walking me back, or?
No.
So I don't know that you're back there, or
I mean, you figured out at this point the other charade that Alma is running. So he's going back for the night because he's stayed there like the last week.
that charade. Okay, gotcha.
So Constable Rick is not going back.
Oh,
So
right.
Stella is going back to the.
has he figured out that I know that?
I would imagine so,
Okay,
but
by this point.
Roll,
okay.
roll me an insight check against your passive
Deception.
Passive deception,
Passive
which he
deception.
decided is a 9.
It's a 9.
So you have to beat a 9. Can you do that?
my insight is pretty good, but I missed that shot. 7.
So no,
Nope.
you have not figured it out yet.
Congratulations.
So I just hear the pitter patter of feet behind me, and I'm just like, yep, that checks out.
All right. So, Simi, you get back to the cloister. open the gate to walk in, and over, you glance behind you, and there is the new novice, Stella, behind you.
Hi, Stella.
Good evening, Simi.
What kept you out so late?
I needed to see the stars. It's a beautiful night.
It is a beautiful night, isn't it?
Good night.
Good night. If you walk past Simi's room at any given point in time,
Probably not.
Mm.
But
if you do, there is a really, really beautiful blue dress that has been arranged in such a way that it looks like a person twirling kind of right in the middle of her wall.
okay, just not probably tonight, but
At some
for
point.
sure at some point
You
in the
have
last
seen it at some
few
Yes.
weeks.
Yeah.
And it is displayed like an art piece, and it's one of the only things she owns.
All
And
right.
now there is also a white wooden flute on her little bedside table thing.
All right. The next day dawns bright and early. What anything you were working on it overnight, or just?
I mean, he
just
probably
general
was
stuff?
tinkering around, but it was so late, and he was probably so
Not gonna
buzzed
get
that like
too
he didn't
deep
actually
into
make any
anything.
progress.
Yeah, no, not going to get too deep into anything. Okay.
Wonder what the word of the day will be.
So when you wake up the next morning, Adrian, how does that go for you? What's your plan? What you doing?
He wakes up and think, "Ha, I'm unemployed again."
I didn't lose my job.
You didn't not lose your job.
I will
Don't have a job right now.
reminisce around town, just like
Not
Reminisce
being
around town?
paid.
Okay.
look around.
So you get up, you dust yourself off, clean yourself off, and start to head out around town. Any particular anything you're
Just wandering.
Just wandering. Okay. So early, sort of the next day, early the next morning, those of you who are out and about around town will notice. You'll notice a group of stragglers sort of walking in from the direction of Lamont's Wells.
Oh boy.
And it's kind of weird because most people don't walk that. They're either on horseback or they are in the on the stagecoach in the carriage, or they're coming in on one of the trade wagons. Anything like that. Very few people walk because it is quite a long way down to Lamont's Wells. Killian, they will come by your shop first. So,
You get the
do you
first peek.
do you have any way to look out on the street?
So I imagine that Killian's like work floor, he has like big, essentially warehouse doors on the rails, so he can keep them open to help air things out.
And easy
Okay.
accessible, one wall is gone, so I
and,
can
and,
escape
and
that
yeah,
way.
he can run quickly, so he would probably have that open while
Okay.
he's tinkering.
All right. Make me a perception check real quick.
14.
14. A couple of faces look familiar. Couple of them look like some of the wagon drivers
Uh-oh.
that you've seen, coming and going from town. But you're not sure because because of your family interests, you pay more attention to the sailors on the river. But you think a couple of them might be some of the trade wagon drivers.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay. They would next sort of shamble by under your window, Mizuki, and
Okay.
so make me that same perception check to see if you do any better.
$16?
16. You're a little bit more sure that you saw them leaving town yesterday as part of the wagon train leaving
I'm
out.
sure
So yeah, you're more certain than Killian was
Okay.
that these are people who were on wagons and just left
I
town.
just left, alright.
So the fact that they're walking back into town,
Means
Is it a
something.
good sign?
probably not a good sign. And you watch as they cross the center of town and go into the offices of the trade company that employs them. It is not the Iron Lotus because Iron Lotus is on the river. This is the one that does the land
Okay.
trading.
Yes.
So they walk off into that.
No.
Oh.
Being all cute and married and stuff. Sorry.
So see me that morning. You're doing your normal morning
Monkey
routine,
things.
monkey things.
Trading with my
Would
super
you?
dude.
Would Stella have stayed all night and been part of the morning routine as well?
Mhm.
Then you would be there in the morning as well. So morning sort of the morning rituals, the meditations, the prayers, the chanting, things like that. You're there for that. At whatever point you would leave, just let me know.
Probably as soon as no one was paying attention.
Okay. All right. So that's what's going on so far this morning. What are you guys doing? So Adrian, I'm sorry. You would have seen the people walking into town as well. In fact, go ahead and make me that perception check because you were there with Mizuki.
15.
15? Okay. So yeah, you would recognize them as faces you had seen yesterday as well. So what does the morning look like in the cloister?
I'm guessing for like there's the normal morning routine stuff that probably everybody takes part in, and then like chores and tending and things like that, and then
That's where Alma escapes.
I imagine that my mentor monk
Mm-hmm.
probably does something training related with me every day,
Okay.
so I'd probably be doing that.
All right.
He's a real cool dude.
Yeah, he's a real cool dude. He doesn't say anything. He has taken a vow of silence, but he's managed to, for all of that, convey to you the basics of self-defense and martial arts, and you're actually kind of liking it. It's really sinking in, and you can see how this is going to be very useful.
I can hit things.
Mm-hmm. Yep. When you escape Alma, where do you head off to?
As Alma, he is convinced James, one of the apprentices at the blacksmith shop, who is really terrible at his job, to teach Alma
Oh no.
while Alma tries to help reinforce the actual principles he's supposed to be learning. One of those, you learn by teach by learning. Wait, learn by teaching.
There you
Right,
go.
Yeah.
One of those. Had it right the first time.
Teach
I
by
doubted myself.
learning.
And so he's going to spend most of the day there, teaching/learning.
Okay. So Draxus is kind of turning a blind eye to what his actual apprentice and what his not really apprentice are doing.
His apprentice's
over there.
apprentice?
His
The
yeah.
apprentice to the apprentice?
Yeah, it's like.
He might have improved
I'll just
a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
keep giving him the dross. It'll be fine. Did you ever investigate at any point that hammer?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So it's a thin sheet of mithril over the top of just a wrought iron core.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's real.
Yeah, no, I will
My friend.
flake off the mithril and keep it in like a little vial, and
Okay.
maybe see if I can do something with it later.
Put it
Yeah,
in an alcohol solution and drink it.
It's
The fast way out.
probably not any more than.
Gram.
It's probably 6 or 7 ounces is all.
So, is there any forge work for the militia or anything like that I know that they're working on currently?
There's always something. They keep. They make a point between the militia, mostly the militia, of keeping all of the weapons, tended to, sharpened, honed, straightened out when they get a little crooked. Any chips that have shown up get filed away so that they're always ready to go. Occasionally, Draxus is having to forge new weapons, but
Who does the repairs for the Imperial garrison?
they actually have their own smith,
Okay.
and he does all of that. They will not, under any circumstances, let civilians work on their weapons.
Then I'm going to go over to, having seen these people come in, I'm going to go over to the blacksmiths and just poke my head in.
Hi, Killian.
Oh, hey, Alma. James.
We're working on it.
Killian.
Draxus. I think we might want to push those orders for the militia to the front of the queue.
Oh,
I think they're going to need their stuff soon. I saw some people walk into town.
aye. Righto, lads. Off we go.
And then I'll go in and help them with it.
Okay. So amongst the 5 of you,
Oh,
well,
James.
3.
Get that out of the fire.
You guys make short work of that. Takes the first half of the day, but you're able to get the work that was in the queue done, and so those weapons will be ready to be picked up.
If the outside of the forge is red hot, then the forge is hot. James Cobbler.
So those of you paying attention in the center of town do see a few minutes or an hour or two after they went in, some of the stragglers come out, and they are in the company of a very tall, very broad-shouldered woman, and she ushers them up towards town hall, and sends a runner over to the Headless Hydra. The runner emerges a few minutes later with the innkeeper, who tosses his apron back and who also goes off to the town hall. Those of you, you folks in town know that the innkeeper at the Headless Hydra is also the mayor of Setterton, and so the fact that he's being called in tells you something major is up.
So I'm gonna go over to town hall now. Anybody want to come?
I mean, Killian, you're pretty much the only one there.
And martial arts.
Fine. Let's go.
Thanks.
I guess it will give us something to do.
Yeah, so they'll pass by you. Are you guys gonna let Adrian know? Yeah.
Adrian, there's visitors in town, and something's going down. They might need your big muscles or something.
Right.
Mizuki's already made her way,
What's that?
out of the end
What's
to
that?
see what's going. Mizuki's already made her way out of the end to
Okay.
see what's going on.
So when you saw the innkeeper leave, you followed?
Yeah,
sort of along?
probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see the boys crossing the.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Simi is doing Tai Chi.
You see the boys crossing the I keep calling it a square, but it's not. It's an oval. So you see them
Back to the
crossing the
town.
marketplace and follow along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So all of you arrive at town hall, and you do see the mayor sort of chivying all of the council members into place. The broad-shouldered woman is there with her
Accompaniment.
accompaniment. Yeah, that's as good a word as any. They're in the council chamber as you guys slide into seats. The mayor gavels the meeting to order. Right. We've had a report, and go right ahead. Yes, these fine gentlemen here left town with a load for Lamont's Wells just yesterday. And, well, they're back because they never made it because bandits hit them on the road. This is the second time this has happened in 3 weeks. You guys got to get on it. Got to get on it.
You don't think that Cabbage would?
I thought you
Are you
said.
sure?
I thought you said she was on a.
River.
I thought you
Okay,
said she was
okay.
on a
What
boat.
did they say?
Yeah.
Oh, so they said that there were bandits that attacked their wagon.
Oh,
This is the
okay,
second time
yeah.
in 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. Just
And then
I
they
was
got
having
together.
a
Drinking with
hard
Viking. You're
time
gonna kill yourself.
understanding their accent.
That's fair.
What was to Nat's response?
Well, what would you like us to do about this? As I understand it, your loads were getting hit quite a ways off from town. Is that am I understanding that correctly? Doesn't matter where. All I know is they were getting hit, and I need you to do something so that my loads and my merchandise can get into Lamont's Wells.
Don't you start.
This is
Put 'em
eating
on a
it.
boat.
This is eating into my profits now. Okay. You know the militia's first primary goal is to protect Sutterton, right? Yes. Well, the way I see it, if my merchandise can't get down the road, then that money's not coming back to Sutterton. I see your point. May have to talk to, and it's back and forth like this for a good hour or two while they're hammering out what should be done. The town desperately wants to keep the militia close, and the tradespeople are definitely looking for something in the way of protection for their wagons heading down the road.
Well, that's
What?
So, Alma is pointing. Oh, you didn't see my list, did you?
Oh no.
Alma is pointing to Killian, and Killian hears in his mind. You could offer a group of adventurers to, guard the wagons on their trip.
Right, yeah, I could offer a group of adventurers, but first I'd have to have a group of adventurers to offer.
I think you know some.
Adventurers?
So this is a message.
Oh.
So it's just between the...
Oh, okay.
No, my grandfather employs some. There's a big difference there.
I wasn't talking about them, although they could help.
Who on earth do I know?
I have a dagger I'm playing with. I'm bored.
Look at Big Brawny, who needs money.
You're my special brother.
His sister, who learned to punch things.
Right.
And me.
And you.
Hey, I've been practicing.
Ow.
Oh, Adrian.
What?
Are you okay? Here, let me get a Band-Aid.
I don't need a Band-Aid. It's fine.
Okay.
If you say so.
It's only the top of a finger. It's fine.
You think it's a good idea to send him out after bandits?
I
So
mean,
we are in his message, but you are seeing me like. I think it's a good idea to send him out.
I mean,
Damn it. Was a 1.
Despite everything, he ran in with a bucket on his head and came out unscathed.
Only because the rest of us were there saving him.
I mean, yes, but that's what I'm going to be going to do. Look, you can try out one of your new crossbow things.
I am not your puppet.
You don't hear any of this.
I know. This is greater.
Yeah, you're not our puppet, you're our project.
The Cinderella story is actually about you.
He needs money. I want to get out of the town. You need to test your work.
But, like...
Yeah, you need to test it. Because if you don't have tests, then you can't prove that you can sell it.
Okay, there's only one problem with this. I'm gonna have to convince them to pay a 13-year-old.
You don't have to pay me. You can pay somebody else.
Right, and...
I happen to know a couple of big burly people that
that have never
aren't
been
in
seen
town.
in town before, that somehow I happen to know them.
Yep.
Right, yeah. that's
Actually, no,
gotta
they've
go
been in
over.
town before. That's the thing. They haven't been in town for a long time. They come on the boats.
Fine. I'll go talk to him.
Thank you.
This is a terrible idea.
Yep.
This is a very, very bad idea.
And I cut off the message.
So after they're done going back and forth and they seem to have settled it, I am going to let the head lady leave, and then I'm gonna follow out and try and catch her as she's coming out of the town hall.
Okay.
Do I know her name? Please be Darla. Please be Darla. Please be Darla.
No, you actually do. I don't have it in my notes. It
Oh,
was-
this is the yeah. Okay.
So you've seen her
Yeah.
sort of consulting with your grandfather.
So I am. So
Ah, Killian. What can I do for you, my boy?
well. I'm sorry to hear about your trouble. I had some questions about these bandits. What all do you know about them?
Not a lot, unfortunately. All I know is I've lost 2 shipments down valley at this point.
Did your driver say anything about what happened exactly?
No. Although it does seem like they went out of their way not to hurt any of them. At least not seriously, anyway. Scrapes, bumps, bruises, things like that.
This is starting to sound more and more like cabbage.
No. Everyone that was on the wagons got knocked out. When they came to, wagons were gone, horses were gone, all my goods were gone.
When's your next
Do you have
shipment going out?
insurance?
Oh, I need to get it out as soon as I can, but it won't be ready for a couple weeks.
So,
What if we went after
I
it?
think my grandfather and I might know some people who could help deal with this situation better than the militia. Especially,
Now, don't take this the wrong way, Sugar, but I don't trust your grandfather.
Right. Don't trust my grandfather. Trust me. Just trust me. Trust me. What's the worst that happens? You lose another shipment, right? But you're going to lose another shipment anyway because we're going to send the militia to deal with this problem. Yeah, you can trust them to deal with this so much more.
You're not wrong.
So, let us take one of your wagons out. We'll go along like we're another shipment, and we'll wait for them to hit us, and we'll see if we can't track back to at least where they're keeping your shipments and what's going on.
Well, I reckon that's not a terrible idea. You said we.
Right, I know some other people who could go.
So you're going.
Yes, I'll be supervising this.
Doomed.
I don't know.
Why? Business, man, business.
All right, look.
What do you want?
So there was a small mishap yesterday, and I might have lost a lot of steel,
Right.
like a lot,
right.
like a whole. And I kind of could use some money to acquire some more. So we do this for you. We solve your problem. You reward us for our efforts.
I suppose that makes sense.
Because I mean, what this is going to come down to is you're eventually going to have to hire somebody to do it. Because the militia's not going to be able to fix this. Like they're not going to want to go out all for weeks on end looking for these bandits. They're going to want to stay home with their families. So, way I see it, you can hire me and the people I know, or you could wait for someone from Lamont's Wells to come in, or you could try and hire the Imperial Garrison. See, if you have to pick from all of us,
yeah, it's like
I think it's clear. And you don't have to pay us till we bring it back for you. So, if we go out, we can't find him, you're out nothing.
well, I can't argue too much with that. That's a fair deal.
All right. So how much were your 2 shipments that went missing? How much are they worth?
You don't have enough fingers.
I don't know. It was some prime lumber. Did have a couple of shipments of going to Capital City. That had been gathered over the last quarter, say. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Things
Sure.
that the Empire might be looking for on a regular. And that's really what hurt more than anything.
Cocaine.
And it's I'll tell him it's all about my goods, but having that contract to get that shiny stuff down the river
It's just
was a
poppy seeds.
feather, let's say, that's about to fall out here, and so
Opium.
if you could find that, I'd be mighty grateful.
All right. So how about this? We bring your shipments back.
Secretly,
Everything we're able to recover, you pay my group 1/3 of what it's worth. And I'm willing to bet that that's a much better deal you're going to get from anybody else you're going to hire to get this for you.
25%.
30.
29.
I'll take 29. Yeah.
All
I'll take
right.
that.
I think we got ourselves a deal.
All right.
And
Yes, it's a custom
Now-
here. And
I'm not sure I want to know who your team is.
I'll let our actions speak for ourselves.
Oh, we're so doomed.
Sounds good.
So the only thing we'll need from you is a wagon and whatever cheap crap lumber we can throw on just to make it look like it's an actual shipment. Because
Alright.
I figure the easiest way to find him is we got to give him a reason to come after us again. Otherwise, we're going to be scouring those woods for a long time.
Makes sense. Give me about 3 days or so to put something
All right.
together for you, all
No
right?
problem.
Sounds good. I will see you in 3 days.
All right.
And she turns and walks off.
I'm going to go look for Adrian.
I mean,
I found you work.
He was right there with. I mean,
I assume we're still
Off in a
sitting
corner,
there.
yeah, you
in
guys-
anger.
you guys left and were sort of leaned up against the posts of the town hall there.
Right, so Adrian, I found you a job.
I already have one.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's paying?
But Adrian, you're on vacation from your job, remember?
Yes.
Right, so I found you a job while you're on vacation.
Okay.
Good.
Well, what is it?
So first we should probably go get Lucia. And hopefully Cabbage is back by then. Or hopefully she's not and it's actually her that's taking it all, because that'd make this real easy.
I don't remember her being
You think Cabbage is taking?
bandity.
She does want to be a pirate.
I mean, I'll put it this way. If Cabbage is the one who's taking the wood, I wouldn't be surprised to find her living in a nice fort she's built for herself out of the lumber.
That's
Or
fair.
a boat.
Or a boat,
Or a boat.
yes.
A raft.
Anyway.
Maybe it's a raft.
But we should go get Lucia. and we'll discuss what we're gonna do.
What are we doing?
We'll discuss that with Lucia. Come on,
Okay.
come on, it'll be good for you.
All
It's
right.
good to get back in the workforce. Come on.
So, Alma has come up and said, so I think Killian is getting me hired to go as a guard on this trip.
That sounds concerning.
It shouldn't be. I mean, I've been practicing with my sword for I don't know, like 6 months now.
I'm real good at stabbing trees.
How? When you say practice, what do you mean?
So I bought this book and I actually had it shipped in for Adrian, but
Okay,
then he
yeah.
got called out to be a Queen's Guard or whatever.
Yeah,
And
an Imperial Guard. Yeah.
so I've been practicing all the forms in there. Now I don't have any, practical experience, but the idea is there.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
I'm really excited. Oh, I guess I probably should go let Mom and Dad know.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I'm off to
It's
war.
gonna be a great conversation.
It's gonna be a great conversation.
Can only go well.
Anyway, if you wanted to come to dinner tonight, I think Mom's making a pot pie.
I would love to join.
It's
for dinner.
different than the other pie
That's
that we had
okay.
before. It's not okay.
I'll try all the pies.
Okay, we'll see you in a little bit.
You are a connoisseur of pies.
Now.
So I'm going with
Slowly
Adrian over
becoming
to the
connoisseur of
cloister.
pies.
Okay.
Are you really not going to tell me?
Well, I don't really see much point in explaining it to you when I'm just going to have to explain it to her, so I figure we'll just do this at the same time, so I only have to explain myself once.
Fair.
All right. So the two of you arrive. You reach up and you ring the bell and you wait. A little nun comes out and opens the door. Can I help you?
Hi, we're here to see Lucia. Could you tell her we're waiting out here for her? Thanks.
Who shall I say?
Adrian and Killian.
Very well.
Maybe not in that order.
She closes the door and she shuffles up to you. My dear, you have guests outside. An Adrian and a Killian, I believe.
That yes, correct. Thank
Yes,
you.
they would be my guests.
Yes.
And then she continues on her way.
So I'll go out and greet you at the door. Why did I develop an Irish accent? Okay then, Killian.
It spreads.
Chipper back.
Hi, Lucia.
Hi.
So, what were you planning on doing for the next 3 days?
Other than the normal things that the cloister requires, I didn't have any.
Great. Could you, sort of get ahead of all that, so, for the next 3 days after this, you don't actually have to do them?
Okay. Why?
Well, while Adrian is on his vacation, and I do this so that it's my body's in between, so Adrian doesn't need his vacation,
Uh-huh.
because right now he's not currently working.
Uh-huh.
I thought it'd be a really good thing to get him a job, and Alma said that we should bring you along on his job.
I don't know what the job is. No one's telling me anything.
Could we elaborate on this job?
Right, so there were some wagons that have been attacked by bandits, and nobody got hurt, but they all got knocked out, and the shipments disappeared.
Uh-huh.
And the lady in charge, she's gonna have to hire somebody to go get these shipments back eventually.
So we're looking for people, right?
Right, so I told her that we would go get the shipments back for her, and
You
she'll
said
pay
what?
us a third of what all the goods we recover is worth.
Wait now, so
What?
you've said you have,
Right, I said I knew people who could
group.
help to go get her goods back.
and you don't know why they've not been. You don't know what happened.
I know that everyone on the wagons was knocked out, and when they woke up, the wagons were gone.
And you're bringing Alma.
I mean, actually, technically, it was his idea in the first place.
Naturally.
He's not there.
These
Oh,
things
he's not there.
planning, would that go to helping that?
You're bringing it to the 12-year-old.
Wait, you're bringing a
boy.
12
He's
why are we
13.
bringing
A 13
And
But still,
year old boy.
he's useful.
no, he's not. He's a child.
He's useful. He has a similar skill set to mine.
Intelligence?
Neither
What's
of you
his
are
skill
100% wrong.
What's his skill set?
That depends on the day and when you ask.
What does that mean?
So, would you like to come with us and
What
maybe
does that
make
mean?
some money so you could buy some more dresses? Or other cool things to keep in your room?
Oh, because you don't know where that came from.
No.
I don't know that I'll be wined and dined and danced around very much more, but I can't let Alma go. Well, I guess he wouldn't be by himself.
Why are we letting him go? He's a child.
You're-
Are you hearing yourself? You want to take a child
Yes, I can
Out.
hear myself.
into the dangers where the red.
Oh, he'll be
lizards-
fine, because we're bringing you, and you're some big, high, mighty Queen's Guard who's on vacation. So you'll keep him safe.
I'll keep him safe.
Right, you'll keep him safe. You'll keep him safe while he keeps Alma safe, and I'll get to test my new crossbow.
You guys are doing this regardless of whether I say yes or no.
I mean,
right?
I've already made the agreement, so if you don't help me, I'm gonna have to find somebody else who will go out. And in my defense, he's really, really persuasive, especially now.
Who?
Alma.
How?
He's very good with his words.
He's always
I'm
very
good with my words.
Yes. all the handful of them that you know, yes.
Ouch.
So,
You're a good man, Adrian.
I don't.
and we'll be helping get someone back out into the workforce, and I'll be able to buy some more steel so that hopefully it doesn't blow up this time. It'll be great.
I will go with you, but it's just because I know you're going to go anyway, and I feel like someone that maybe has an inkling of common sense enough to realize that this is a terrible idea should be there.
let me preface this. This is a terrible idea.
Then why are you doing it?
I don't really know. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure why I'm doing this anymore.
And if I go, all I have to do is make sure Alma doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, and make sure that we get the goods that went missing and bring them back.
From who?
Alma
From
would
whoever
be
has it.
the
Oh.
higher priority between those two things.
Okay. I
And then
guess
you
I
get
can
paid.
do that. But how much?
A third of what it's worth when we bring it back.
Oh, how much would it usually be worth?
I don't know. I don't know how much we're gonna bring back.
Okay.
But I mean, what else were you gonna do with your vacation? Your
What
vacation
people
that
usually
is
do on vacation?
infinitely long, and it
Vacation.
extends till
until
knows
I'm
when.
until I'm told to come back.
right, right.
You're such a good man.
Thank you. Why does that feel condescending?
Oh,
It shouldn't, don't worry.
yeah.
Right, so it's settled then. So we leave in 3 days. They're going to let us have a wagon, and we're going to make it look like we have another shipment, and we're going to head out and see what happens. And I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth.
I can't either. I'm very disappointed in you, Killian.
I'm kind of disappointed in me, too.
What the hell are we doing?
I need to stop listening to him.
Why do you listen to him?
Everyone listens.
Because he's very good at being heard.
No is a word that exists in the English language.
That's one I know.
How
It's
often,
common language.
Yeah.
how often are you able to say no to him?
Oh, I haven't had. It's been a while,
I
but
mean, I've said no
like, has
to
he
him a few
gotten
times.
more? Has he gotten more
Not
better in with time?
Define better.
Better.
Better at getting you to not
Doesn't
say
really
no?
listen
Yes.
to
Since
you
I left?
sometimes.
Yes, much better.
Oh. Okay.
Sometimes you'll have your ears plugged and he'll still find a way to be heard.
So we have. I don't think I. Why are you coming?
Oh, because she's been learning how to... See, it's great. You'll get to test out all these cool things you've learned.
What have you learned? Bam!
She has learned how the art of being martial.
Oh, punches.
That's a way
Okay.
that you can choose to say that, yes.
That is how I
So
chose to say
that's
it.
And then, why are you going?
Oh, because I have a new crossbow that I haven't actually field tested yet,
Okay.
and I want to see how well it works.
And Alma's going
And I need
because
money.
he told you he was coming.
Alma's going because he thinks it sounds like it'd be fun.
But it's okay.
I'm
And
going,
I'm going because I can use a rapier. Is that why I'm going?
You're going because you'll get paid,
Yes.
and it'll look really.
At least you're telling me. The
It'll
truth.
look really good on a resume in the future.
Why would I already have a great reference.
Yeah, but you could never have too many.
That's
Okay.
true.
That left with
Lots
a
of
really
people
good
do ask for
reference.
multiple references.
He at least
Okay.
came out of it with a really good reference.
Okay.
And I mean, like, it'll probably be fine. Like, nobody's actually been hurt yet on any of the wagons, so like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Like I said, there's a non-0% chance that we're gonna get out there and find out it's just cabbage, and she's built herself a ship.
Okay.
That is not on the water.
So we have
Not
3 days to prepare.
Great.
Okay.
So sharpen your sword and do whatever it is you learned to do from your past job.
Okay.
I'm going because
I-
everyone
I
else
have
is
a-
going.
I have a rapier to help. Yes.
I have fists. And technically a short sword.
That'll be great. We'll have loads of fun.
We're all
That's,
gonna
that's
die.
not the word I would say.
Anyway, so if you'll excuse me, I have some projects I need to finish in the next 3 days.
Apparently I have a lot of gardening and training to do.
Yeah, you get ahead of your gardening and training, you.
Okay.
Alright, so 3 days. See you later. Bye.
So I'm gonna go ask the
Oh,
heads of whoever that I need to talk to if that's something that I can do.
So the head of the cloister welcomes you in to her office. Liz- Have a seat. What can I do for you?
I find a need to be out of town in about 3 days' time for possibly about another 3 days, and was wondering if it would be possible for me to work my chores ahead and the contributions that I have for the cloister, that I can go and tend to this business and then return.
Well, I don't see why not. What sort of business is it?
It's a family thing.
Ah, that's so very nice.
That's a word.
Yes, I believe we can make those arrangements for you, my dear. You will need to, as you say, work ahead a little bit. So,
Yeah.
yes, I'll pass the word.
And I'd like
we
to
talk
still
to Mizuki
do as much
about
training
this?
as I can.
Alma.
I'm sure
Yeah.
we can make that happen as well. Yes.
Excellent. I will
boil.
work as hard as I can.
So
until-
there is a knock at the door, and you look over, and there's a young acolyte there, and he's standing there with a sealed scroll that he is proffering to the head of the cloister.
Proffering.
This just arrived by courier, and he hands it to her, and he walks out. Oh my! And she breaks the seal and unrolls it.
Oh
And
my.
she breaks the seal and unrolls it. Oh, this is terrible news.
What news is that?
It seems that the head of our order in the capital has, well, he has passed away quite suddenly. Not very many details. Oh, and it does appear as though Master Rosk will be taking his place. Well,
Uh-oh.
She just turns green.
I need to go, I suppose, make arrangements for our
Better go make arrangements to
for
hang
our
myself.
our period of mourning. and then arrangements for our celebration of Master Rosk's ascendance.
Whoa.
Was there anything else?
What day is the celebration gonna be by chance? Will that be while I'm away?
Oh,
Shame.
it is. Would you like me to postpone?
No,
this?
that's fine.
Are you certain?
Yes.
Family comes first.
On the plus side, because of our period of mourning, there will be no chores for you to have to get ahead on. So, bright side, I suppose. And she rolls it up and puts it away.
If that's all, then I will leave you be.
May the Empress guide your steps, my child.
May she live forever.
Good.
And I will go back to my room and scream into a pillow for a while.
Over the next couple of days, life
Good.
goes on pretty much
Um,
as normal.
I'm working on one of my projects,
Of
and I'm going
course.
to try and finish it
Which one?
before the Falcon.
Okay. You hadn't actually started that one, I don't
No.
think. Okay. We'll deal with that off camera because it is quite in depth how to make those projects happen. So we'll deal with that off camera.
Alma goes about trying to convince Mizu to come over dinner.
Okay.
Yes.
Wine and dine.
Excellent. All right. Is she inclined to take part in this venture? Or does she-
feel some
she
sort of obligation to go just because Alma's going, and she was a little worried.
Okay.
So she's like, well, and also, she would like to know what's going on with the wagons, as she has a business interest in
Yes.
shipping.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
she just wants to get to the bottom of things.
Okay.
So she figures it would be a good thing for her.
So it doesn't take much arm twisting
Yeah.
for you for her to agree. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Anything else that needs to happen during that scene, or we get to move on?
I don't know if anything specifically.
I'm
No.
practicing.
For the next couple of days, Alma is preparing a disguise.
Okay.
But it is a disguise to go over disguise.
Right.
So.
Disguise for your disguise?
Essentially,
Disguise
yeah.
is disguise?
Yeah.
So it will be
Disguiseception.
Alma dressed up as a dwarf, dressed up as Alma. What? Wait. Hold on.
So you're going to.
Alma
you're
disguise.
going.
Okay. Alma as a dwarf, who is pretty. Like, if you look closely, is Alma. If that makes sense.
Okay.
He is trying to make it hard to see immediately, but like he could rip off his makeup and be Alma.
Okay. I think I got all of that. If it comes up, we'll
figure it out,
We'll
man.
figure it out. On the second day, into the wait while you guys are all getting together and doing your thing, the news sort of spreads around the rest of the town that the head of the Apellian Order has died, circumstances unknown, and that his replacement has been named in the capital. The local cloister will be is actually already midway through the 3-day mourning period, after which they will celebrate the ascendancy of the new head of the order.
Does the name get broadcast as well?
No.
Okay.
Although Simi's probably looking a little off these days.
Yes.
Alma's a little preoccupied in
Yep.
preparation, so.
Late in the day on that second day, something happens that almost never happens. A small squad of soldiers from the garrison ride into town in formation They go up to the steps of Town Hall, dismount. The head of the squad strides up the steps, and he turns and he raises his voice to be heard all through the town center. He's reading from a scroll. Let it be known that the youngest of the Empress's children, may she live forever,
Yes, we got him to do it.
has been kidnapped by forces unknown. Any loyal citizen with knowledge of his whereabouts is instructed to come forth. If your information pans out, you shall be rewarded in the amount of 250 gold pieces. And he turns and he posts the scroll onto the notice board outside of town, strides down the steps, remounts, and the squad leaves town.
Did you notice the thing up there for Master Rosk?
That actually was taken down several weeks ago.
Gosh,
Oh.
dang it.
I mean, if they came down, Elma put up more.
It's just been a constant year of putting them up and bringing them down, and putting them up and bringing them down.
Occasionally people walk past some that have just like stab marks on them.
After hearing that, I will head home.
Ah, okay.
I imagine I'm still at home working on, because that's going to be complicated, and so Alma is preparing.
Okay. I imagine, Killian, you were probably, I mean, his voice carried enough that you probably heard it even from your shop. Mizuki, you would have heard it certainly from the inn where you've got your window open. You might have heard it depending upon where you were and what you were doing at the cloister. It would probably have been, because he was facing sort of the other direction. It would have been very faint and kind of hard to make out. But
you
you
can go
you
read.
would have heard that there was an announcement made.
Do you have any armor?
Yeah, I have chainmail.
Okay.
I'll probably send a letter to my
wanna make sure.
parents
Okay.
asking after it, since
Okay.
we're sort of
Yeah, that's hitting
barely
a
related.
little close to home. Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay. It'll probably be 3 or 4 weeks before you hear back.
Yeah,
from us,
yeah,
but
but
we'll get back around to that.
Obviously, as soon as I can share, I'll draft a letter
Okay.
I need to be able
to be
pull
sent
off
to
my
them asking
disguise, so,
if, yeah.
Okay.
because nobody's going to let Alma go.
Okay. So, the 3 days pass.
So as they're passing, Killian has been informed that Mizu is coming with us.
Okay.
So he is going to go visit her and be like, "So you're coming with us to find the bandits and get the stuff?"
Yes, that's right. I discussed it with Alma.
And what exactly are you planning on wearing or bringing on this excursion?
What are you providing to this venture?
I Well, I have some armor,
Oh, okay.
so
Right, armor.
yeah.
Good. All right. Well, if you need anything to be better prepared, you come let me know.
I think I am quite prepared
All right.
for this.
Good to know.
But thank you for the offer, Killian.
Uh-huh.
If I need anything, I'll come by the forge.
All right, you do that.
Stop drinking when stuff's happening.
I get thirsty. There's always something happening.
Right.
It's fine. We've been timing it for when you're drinking.
Terrible humans.
Braden will wink at me when you're drinking, so then I know.
No, that's me trying to blink my contact back in.
Stella leaves a note at the cloister saying that
She has ran away.
due to some unfortunate circumstances, she will be away indefinitely.
All right.
Signed,
Your
Stella
cloister
Virgin.
buddy's gone.
There it is.
Oath of
Yep.
celibacy and stuff.
Oh, shall we get going?
Yeah, she's got things to take care of away.
I'm visiting my aunt for a couple weeks.
I'm going to the nunnery.
Right.
Wink,
What?
wink.
So the 3 days have passed, and are you gathering your brood?
Yep.
Okay.
My brood, yes.
What?
So you're gathering up all of your crew and you're taking them over to.
So we're gonna go over to the wagon that they've prepared for us.
Okay.
I don't know how it's been prepared.
So they've taken some time to build essentially a false load into the back of the wagon, so it looks like it's piled high with lumber and crates and a strong box. But when you look under it, all it is a facade over a frame. So the bed
Clever.
is actually empty. Underneath it, it just looks like it's a fully loaded wagon. Got a couple of very sturdy draft horses hooked to the front of it, and it's pretty well ready to go.
So once we get up to it with everyone, I'm gonna go, right, so who wants to drive?
I'm probably able to. I don't know. Is that a thing we have to be proficient in? I don't know.
Yeah, so
Vehicles.
here's the question. Who's proficient with land vehicles?
Soldier background has it.
Yeah.
No, I.
Right, yes. I will drive.
Okay.
I'm a little terrified.
So Alma is not there, except to those of you who are really familiar with Alma. So Alma stands there as in a disguise, so he looks like one of the dwarves who come upriver on the ships, and Alma is visible underneath his disguise.
Dwarf is a good look for you.
I feel it fits.
Who's the dwarf?
It's me.
Okay.
That's the child you're supposed to protect.
Right.
I figured dwarf and short, they kind of go together.
Okay.
Anyway, so onward to bandits.
To bandits.
To
To bandits!
Why?
He also has a rapier at his side.
Oh, good.
We're idiots for getting suckered into this, aren't we?
I think so.
Yes, every single one of us except for Alma would be the idiots that got suckered into this
I feel
idea.
like
I didn't sucker anyone.
That's a dirty lie.
He didn't
was-
sucker me.
I offered
He
a
asked.
business opportunity.
He came to you with a really he convinced you it's a really good idea and how you could benefit from it, and he asked if you'd like to come along,
Actually,
right?
no, he didn't tell me any benefits.
Oh, well, one of the benefits is that you get to see your competitors in action.
Fair.
And now you've been suckered into it.
we have shirts.
We have shirts.
Do we?
Wait, do I get a shirt?
I mean, you're making them, so
Shirts.
sure.
Oh, I don't want to do more work.
Gosh dang it.
I kid, Elma, I kid.
So onward, Adrian,
Okay.
to bandits.
Yeah.
Too bad.
So roll me your.
7.
With proficiency though, because you have proficiency. In
No, he
light
doesn't.
vehicles.
7.
Wait, as a soldier?
I traded it for something else.
Oh.
Oh no.
Huzzah!
So
I hate you so much for.
sorry.
for making me pick something
Start.
What is this?
Right, so I don't often ride on these wagons, but I'm pretty
No,
sure the general
used to work.
idea is to just sort of.
It's been a while.
No, don't do that!
And you take off across the city center.
Oh, here we go.
How? What role is driving? What would that be?
So it's
I don't know.
proficiency with land vehicles. So
So if you
But
don't
if you
have
don't
it, it's
have
just
it-
what you
have
roll.
it, it's
Oh, it's just a straight roll.
it's just a straight roll.
Okay, so.
Sorry.
So it's
It's gonna be a bumpy
It's gonna
ride.
be a bumpy ride.
Thank you, Stan.
It's rough. Adrian is not a good wagon driver at all. It's either too fast or too slow. He hits pretty much every rock and pothole there is.
Maybe
to be
this is
found.
why he's on vacation.
They let him drive.
Probably. Masuke's like just too sick to even.
So the road down to Lamont's Wells is it's a 14-day trip under the best of circumstances. But there are places along the way where it is customary for wagon teams to pull off for the evening and camp.
How many of us would know where those places are?
You know, that's a very good question.
I might, because I've had to make the trip from the capital before.
Okay.
Yes, but you were on
Would
a
I,
stagecoach. I don't
or-
think stagecoaches stop.
Do they not?
They.
I mean, you'd
I
have
mean,
to
they'll
rest the
stop.
horses.
They'll
They
stop
have
to rest the horses
yeah, they have to stop to rest
occasionally,
the horses.
But not at every stop.
but not at every stop that a fully loaded like freight wagon would. So,
So I'd
you'd
at
be
least have
familiar
some
with some of
ideas.
them, but not all of them.
Okay.
Mizuki, because of your family's background in trade, you would be more likely to recognize it when you saw it,
Okay.
even if you didn't know exactly where they all were.
Okay.
So you would be more likely to be able to say, "Oh, there we would, we
Yeah, okay, that
back the
makes
wagon
sense.
in there, and that's our campsite for the night." That kind of thing. So the first day is mostly uneventful. Not a surprise. You figure that it takes a little. The bandits would not be operating quite that close to town. So you figure the first night you're probably going to be okay, and indeed you are. It's a quiet night. There's the sounds of the woods, the chittering of nighttime life, the sound
So,
of the river.
Assuming
close at hand.
nothing happens during the day, most of these days, every night Killian tries to surreptitiously go around the perimeter of the camp, like he's just, checking around and he's putting these weird shaped stones on the ground,
Okay.
and then he goes and collects them every morning before
Okay.
anybody else gets up.
Yep, sounds good. So the very first night is uneventful. Are you guys wanting to set up watches at all, just to sort of get in the routine, or do you guys not even think about that and everyone just
I
goes
think
to
we'll be
sleep?
fine.
I'm gonna watch after everybody at night, so I'll kind of nap on the wagon a little bit as we go during the day,
Okay.
because I just don't trust things.
I think we'll be fine. It's taken care of.
Does anyone know how to start a fire?
Yes. And I will pull out my little fire starter I use in the forge and just.
That's cool.
I also just kind of like thinking at night some, so I might.
Hey, that's fine. Just I'm pretty sure nothing will surprise us
Okay.
or sneak up on us.
That's good. Okay.
All right. So the first night passes uneventfully for you guys.
Okay.
You get a nice, decent, long rest for the evening.
Yes, because
You-
I've done so much.
You get up and get going the next day.
Driving's hard work when you don't know what the hell you're doing.
The
And
horses know the way.
yeah, for the most part, but you still have to guide them a little bit, and you have to make sure that they keep going, and you have to moderate how fast they're going.
Yeah, these are all things you should be doing.
You have to guide them around the ruts. I said around the ruts, and the potholes, and the
Hey,
rocks.
Okay, it's been a
Oh,
while.
you're 10 for 10 today. All 10 of them. You managed to hit all 10 of them.
Crack!
Oh no.
Ka-thunk, ka-thunk. Ka-thunk.
What was
Oh,
that?
no.
Did we get a flat tire?
As you look back, one of the rear wheels has broken.
It's fine. I'll fix it real fast.
Okay.
So I'm gonna grab the wheel. How's it broken?
So a couple of the spokes are broken, and the rim itself is broken. It's just
So I'm
splintered
gonna
and shattered.
I'm gonna assemble it like it's so it's all close to where it needs to be, and then I pull out a vial of like a silver liquid, and Killian starts pouring it into all the cracks. He's like, great. So we just wait like 30 seconds, and should be good.
For what?
So as you watch it, the material starts to change color until it looks like it's the same. Like you can't even tell it's there.
What did you just do?
Oh, it's a special mixture we came up with at the forge because like James would break stuff a lot. So if you put it together and you put it next to all the material, it sort of takes on the same color and it forms a bond between them and it helps them stick together.
So like a fancy glue.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
You mind if I take the reins
Sure.
for a bit? 16?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess we had the same idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Simi takes her turn in the driver's seat, and it actually smooths out a good bit. She's able to guide the wagon around the worst of it. I mean, it's still a country road out in the middle of the wilderness, and so it's not like driving down the interstate or anything like that. But it's noticeably better than what it was. About midday, you guys do cross a small ford, a little creek that runs down to the river. That's actually not on the map.
Yeah.
So, but you splash through, and on the far side, it looks as though there's a tree that has been blown down in a recent windstorm.
Is it a natural?
Have there been windstorms recently?
I mean, not in town, but it's a weird enough valley that it's possible.
Can
Can we make
I
a...
look for traps and ambushes?
Oh, that's a strangely convenient place for a tree to have fallen.
My thoughts exactly.
Yep.
All right, so roll your investigation.
Oh, no.
Oh, investigation.
Ah, investigation.
21.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Natural 20? Okay. Looks like it's actually a natural occurrence. I mean, it looks like the bank was undercut a little bit, and it didn't take much. Just the right gust, and it toppled the tree right over.
Is there enough room that we can get the wagon to go around it?
Not at the moment. You're going to have to do something to
Clear it out.
clear it out of the way.
How big is this tree?
It's not like the trees that the loggers harvest. Those are like enormous redwoods. This is probably 3 or 4 feet across, 25, 30 feet tall.
I'm going to stay right here and be safe, but it's going to look like I'm going to scout ahead.
Okay. Yep.
Don't
do
let
you.
anybody chase me.
You
please.
do you.
Do
Okay.
you say that loud enough that I can
Message.
hear you?
Message.
Oh. Oh.
Right. So anyone got any great ideas for getting this tree out of the way?
We can't go around it?
No.
We might
Do we even
be able
ask?
to,
It is going to
if we're
go
strong enough, we
roughly
might
60
be
feet
at
ahead
least able
and
to
scout.
roll it.
Okay.
I won't
I
be
doubt
able to
that we
see
could
through
lift it, but we
it
could
is-
probably
could
roll
maybe
it.
roll it. I could
Traps that
also-
could be
So-
I also might be able
Okay.
to burn a path through it.
That's a possibility. We might also be able to have the horse drag it, unyoke it, and
Oh yeah, that
have
could
the
work
horse
too.
drag it
Whatever you want
with
to
a
do.
little bit of help.
You're the best driver. Whatever you feel most comfortable with.
I feel like maybe dragging it would be the better option.
Great. Sounds good.
So Alma runs out some 60 feet or so ahead down
Alma?
the road.
Where do we see you?
Alma!
Specifically, the dwarf Alma runs out about 60 feet ahead. Just sort of watching the trees.
Why are you darting ahead? Don't dart ahead. And as soon as you start taking off, I start taking off behind you.
Wait, he's fine. He's not leaving our sight. He'll be fine.
You sure?
He'll be fine.
Alma is also under the wagon.
What do you mean you're also under the wagon?
He's also under the wagon.
Do we... Wait, what?
Not
That is
looking
exactly
under the
what I'm
wagon,
hoping
so-
everybody else will think too.
Do we see that you're under the wagon?
Do you look under the wagon?
No, I wouldn't probably.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I mean, he's not leaving our sight.
Okay.
Don't go any farther than that.
Yeah, Alma, stay right there.
That kid. So I hook up the tree, kind of tie loops around it to the horse, and kind of help push while the horse pulls and drag it out of the way.
Okay. So it doesn't take you guys long to.
Cow in the woods.
That's also Alma.
Oh, dang, that says farm. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah. So we'll just.
Farm, woods.
Yeah,
Random
it's all- it's all the
cow
same thing,
wandering
right?
the forests.
Sorry
Cow
about
in
that.
his
It's
natural
not domesticated.
environment.
So you're able to make me an animal handling check.
That's not probably terrible. Oh, unless I roll a nat one.
Don't you have inspiration? Do you not have inspiration?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
It's unfortunate.
I have not been inspired tonight.
So you unhook the horse or the horses, and you yoke them up to the tree, and you try to get them to move, and they just kind of stand there.
Really? Really?
Maybe try again, but like, I don't know, try and explain it the way a horse would.
Cindy, would you like some help?
Yes, please. She stands in front of the horses and starts to.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta get into the mindset of the horse. Be the horse.
Oh, that's much better. That's going to be an unnatural 20
Nice.
to talk the horses
Nice.
into doing what I want them
Do
to.
you just want to take advantage? Or.
We could do that, and you can help me with
Yeah.
the
So
Yeah, okay.
so go ahead
with the push into.
because you might.
Oh, we're doing that because that rolled a nat 1 again. You're fired.
Well, I mean,
Think about what
because
you've
you
done.
had it because you had advantage.
It
the,
still
the,
works
Yeah,
with the
it
nat
still
20,
works,
yeah.
yeah.
the, tw- the
All
20.
the same, that's 2 natural ones in a very, very short
Period of
distance
time,
from
yeah.
each
Yeah,
other.
you need a
yeah.
new dice.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't touch it.
Be better.
That we
Usually
know
that
of.
one's pretty good. He's just having a rough night. He needs to think about what he's done.
Yeah.
So with that little encouragement and a little bit of sort of assistance from Mizuki, you're able to actually get the tree pulled out of the road.
Holy hell, I don't believe that just worked.
I told you just gotta kind of get in the right mindset. You gotta be the horse. Feel the
I don't
horse.
think it was that,
Well,
Killian.
shall we back up and continue then?
I might be convinced now.
Sure.
So I neigh at the horses again before I yoke them back up.
All right, so get them all yoked back up,
It worked for me in the book.
and
Alma
Right.
is going to, at
Checks
full
out.
sprint, run back and slide underneath the carriage, and then Alma will climb back out.
What are you? I'm gonna have a heart attack one of these days because of you.
You're not used to
don't
this by now?
slide under moving vehicles, huh?
Okay. So Alma is going to then climb in and under some of the logs, and then Alma is going to come back out and run in front of the horses.
I'm going to stop the horses. What are you doing?
Yeah, Alma. And what are you doing?
what are you doing?
We gained
What are
a
you
pilot.
I don't know. What are you doing? Okay, that's gonna be interesting. So,
Roll ventriloquism.
no. So what is gonna happen is Alma is going to step off behind a tree, and then you hear, and you're in your head, but Alma's hoping that it's not super obvious. You hear, "It's fine. I have to use the bathroom. I'll catch up in just a second."
What do I roll to
Determined mind versus realism.
Well,
Roll a perception check.
and also depending on how you react to it, because nobody else heard it, so like none of us will react to it.
Yeah.
Jeez. You're not much better than the other one right now. That's gonna be an 8. I have
Yeah, I mean,
high perception.
so Alma just needs to use the bathroom.
And then Alma steps back out
Do
from
you
behind the tree.
do you respond to him telling you that in any way? Because nobody else
Probably
heard that.
would. Like, okay, maybe just tell me next time
Tell you what next time.
Tell you what.
that he.
Okay.
Wait, what?
That he has to go to the bathroom.
Huh?
Alma steps back out from the tree and begins walking.
Right, so that's all just been very strange, and I, for one, am just gonna pretend like none of this ever happened.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Just
Oh.
keep going on like this isn't
Okay.
happening.
Then, why are you
Like,
all
what
so
doesn't happen?
weird?
So me.
Well, okay, fine. Wait for Alma to get back in.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not getting back in the wagon.
Oh, he's
he's
not getting back
walking some 30 feet in front of the
Okay, you're just gonna walk in front.
wagon. Nods and keeps walking.
Pretty sure it's faster if you're inside it. Is that true?
Depends who's driving.
Over flat level ground, probably. But you're also not wanting to press the horses too hard, so over the long run, it would be better if he was in the wagon, but for a short distance, it'll probably be okay.
Stretch your legs for a bit, but we're gonna move faster if you're in the wagon. Okay, well, that's very weird. All right then. So,
All right.
carrying on my wayward son.
So about midday. So about midday, you reach a bridge over a very deep ravine, and right away you know there's something off because the center span of the bridge is not there. It's you can't tell if it was chopped away, cut away, if it just fell in, if something fell on it and knocked it over, but the bridge is out and there's not an easy ford across this ravine for a little ways.
Oh, that's awfully convenient.
I agree. I'd like to check around the area and see if I see anything suspicious or.
Everyone go ahead and make a perception check.
How long has it been?
My goodness,
It's
what
about
is
midday
wrong
right
with
now.
my
It's
dice?
been, since we last stopped, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
12.
Okay, so Alma
12.
got back into the back of the cart.
Hey, nice to
Okay.
12.
12? 12,
18.
18?
Alma's in the back of the cart.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
I can't see forward.
say This is because Simi is
23.
having a really bad day.
Okay.
Series of days.
My 18 and my 23, as you guys are looking around, you catch sight of something moving through the air, coming your direction, right before it thuds into the side of the wagon. And thud, 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 arrows.
Goblin arrows?
No,
Just regular arrows.
just regular arrows.
I will.
Right, I suppose that means you want us to stop. Yes, please. Okay. So do you want us to just like get out of the wagon, or?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, they asked nicely, I guess. Everybody onto the wagon.
Thanks for being polite.
Okay.
I don't think
I'm gonna
this
get out of the
is
wagon.
polite.
Which side?
The opposite
For
side of where the
bandits, I
arrows.
guess
Actually,
they're
what
better.
side did the arrows
Harrison.
come from?
So they came from
I
the
don't
right
know, I've
side,
never-
from the north.
Really met bandits.
I will go
I
there.
will get off on that side.
That's fair.
Get
so
off
I
on that
don't
side?
have
Okay.
I will
any
get off
point
on the
of
south
reference.
side.
Okay.
I will get off wherever Alma gets off.
Alma is in the back of
Alma's
the
not.
wagon.
I will get off and like go towards what I think is Alma.
The last you
No,
saw,
he
Alma was climbing.
That's not a
into the
thing
wagon.
anymore. So it's just him, but he's in
After-
the back under the false.
It ends after a while.
After
Okay,
the
I'm
last
sorry.
arrow hits, there is a scream,
Oh balls.
and an arrow sticks out of Alma as he steps out of the wagon, with a little bit of blood dripping out.
Okay.
I am
Oh,
now
well, that changes what I do.
furious.
I'm gonna rush over to him.
Mizuki, while all of that is happening, which side did you? A, were you getting off the wagon, and
I'm
B,
going
which
like
side?
this.
Yes.
I
know.
I'm getting off the wagon. I have my shield that I am taking with me.
Okay.
And probably the south side
Oh,
as
and-
well.
Sorry, and he's ripped
Wait,
off
which
his
side did it
disguise.
come from?
So the arrows came from the north side.
Okay, yeah, so probably that side.
So the north side.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's pretty clearly a child again.
All right. You bloody fools! You weren't supposed to use the. You weren't supposed to hit anyone with those arrows.
Yeah, you have really bad aim.
From the south. So who's on the south? Who's on the north?
North.
Where is the back?
The back would have been facing west,
So I'm on the west side of the wagon.
or I guess facing east rather.
East of the wagon.
I
Okay.
would be like.
East.
I would probably be. Well, I was driving, so I guess yeah.
You'd be on the opposite side.
I'd be on the opposite side, but I would be working my way as quickly as possible towards Alma.
South.
Okay, so on the south side of the wagon.
Wherever I can get to.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is where you
Sure.
would be.
Okay. All right. So let's just go ahead and have initiative at this point.
Freak, freak, freak. Bear poker!
Oh hell.
We can do it via Skype, Chipper.
Rolling initiative.
Just saying.
Rolling initiative. I don't know if I actually want to fight anyone at this stage.
I don't.
It's gonna be
but
wild.
I'm going to because they
uh,
just shot
can you-
Alma.
Can you show me? Can you grab me that for me?
Yep.
Thank you.
9.
All
What
right.
word did you get today?
What's that?
What word did you get today?
Mischievous.
Ah!
What is the word thing? What, do you just like try to embody whatever word it is?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Every day he picks a
Yes.
different word to embody.
Yes.
It's just plus
Oh joy
dex,
today, Kalu
Yeah.
Kale.
right? Why do I always forget that?
All right. Alma.
16.
16. Killian.
13.
13. Mizuki.
8.
13.
13.
4.
He's tanky, but he real slow.
It's okay. Me
Okay.
too.
Well, we will actually
I-
start
There's
with
like 2 inspirations.
Alma.
Oh crap.
So
got
just
8.
so you are aware of what's happening, there are arrows coming in from
But
both
also
sides
my
now.
next.
There's something.
So.
Yeah,
There's something
makes
weird about
sense.
him, though.
Some.
Okay, but they are like, and we heard that they're not
I'm
supposed
trying
to
to
hit
retrain
anybody.
my dice. This is the direction I want you to land.
That's not what he said, but okay.
Alma is going to dramatically step out and sort of like and fall to the ground away from the wagon, because he wants to be away from where people will be using cover,
Okay.
and that's Alma.
All right.
So these arrows, are they being shot?
Make me a performance check.
Are they being shot at us or at the wagon?
It's hard to tell right now.
19.
I'm guessing by the fact that he says
Okay.
you're not supposed to hit anybody.
All right. So there are 3 13s on the board. Killian and Simi. Which one of you wants to go first?
I'd be really mad, but is anybody in my range?
No.
So apparently you, and
Sure.
I've got to hold my action because
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna get to
So
anyone.
Killian's
quick
gonna
enough.
reach out and he has this, like one of the things on his belt is this weird little contraption. It has like a little circular dial in it. He's gonna reach out and turn that, and for a brief second, it sounds like there's this like, sort of that like the ringtone that only young people are supposed to be able to hear. For like a split second, you all feel like you can hear that as he casts Sanctuary on himself.
Okay.
I will, however, use my movement. I forgot to say that to get over to Alma.
Okay.
So Alma is well outside of cover. If you are staying safe, then okay.
So getting out of the wagon, I'm like, all right, we're getting out. You don't have to shoot anymore. It's fine. We're getting out.
All right.
We surrender.
Okay.
Just so you know, Keith, if anyone is targeting me for an effect, they have to make a wisdom save.
Yes. I am familiar.
That was Keith's thing, man.
I am familiar. Okay. I should have already done this. Sorry about that. Oh. Yeah, that makes a difference. Never mind.
Freaking Alma.
I've been shot!
Save me! You are much more important than me in my brain, so I don't care that I'm not behind cover.
Actually, as you get to him, make me a perception check real quick.
Oh, what is my DC?
Mm.
I don't remember what
13?
DC is.
8 plus your charisma plus your
13?
proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
14 is my DC.
What?
Okay, so problem is, when you get to him, what would you be doing?
I would be covering him.
Administering first
Okay.
aid.
Okay.
Administering first aid.
As far as I'm concerned, we're still under attack, so I'm gonna just make sure that nothing can get to him.
All right. Sounds good. Okay.
Well, I mean, not like flinging myself onto him.
No.
Oh,
The-
you're-
the arrow that's sticking out of him. He's like, yeah.
Oh no, Alma's been.
How's that 13 work with perception? Can I tell that's what's happening, or
You missed him. You missed him doing that because.
I'm looking at everybody else to
Right.
make sure?
So, about 100 feet away from the road, from you guys, you do see a man step out of the woods. He's wearing sort of rough armor. He's got a sword at his side and a dagger on his other hip. And it looks like he's sort of scanning around you guys and yelling, but you're not really sure what he's yelling. It's like it's rough, it's gravelly, it's like he's calling out orders, and you can't tell if he's angry that things are happening or angry that they're not happening. He's just blanket angry.
Is it
towards
in
us?
common?
Yeah, it's in common, but
Okay.
because of the sort of the chaos
Distance.
right now and the distance, you're having a hard time hearing what he's saying.
How close is he?
100 feet.
Okay. Can't get to him yet.
beyond your range.
How about we just let him? We just see where this goes.
Sadie, I'm fine.
Everyone on your side.
This is not a true hero. It's a skill set that we share.
I don't see
All
that.
right.
Well, actually, I see no.
Go back to cover.
Okay, so then there are
Not my turn.
five arrows coming in. One of them is coming for where Alma was, but it's going to hit you instead.
Oh, they're actually going full force now.
Oh well, there. That happens.
But I'm guessing that a 6 is not going to hit you.
No, thank God.
Second one is going to attempt to hit Killian.
Wisdom save to see if he hits.
Wisdom save to see if he can even do it. What's the DC?
14.
Yeah, he misses. So,
So
he actually can't.
He can choose another target.
Yeah, so he's gonna choose another target, and it's gonna be.
What?
She has a higher AC.
Sorry, he
No,
he sees another man of war,
Right.
Or something like that.
and is an 18.
Yes.
All right. So you are going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as this arrow.
It's padded.
It's not padded. It's got a rock on the head instead, a
jeez.
blunt rock.
How much?
4 points, and it hits you. Hits you sort of a glancing blow
Ow.
across your head. Sort of rings your bell a little bit.
So Alma's
So
gonna
there-
say, "I'm going to make it look like you got hit. Lay down
So
now."
that's 2.
We still have 3 more to go.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Um,
get knocked unconscious.
I have my shield up too.
But
So
look
I went
at me
out
out
with my
in the
shield.
open.
Okay, so
So-
that gives you a couple extra.
But look at me, I'm a big
Yeah.
target. Look, I'm so soft and squishy.
And you are.
I am.
Good thing I'm here.
He can't hit you, so he's going to fire at Mizuki.
Okay.
13.
Oh, why
I
couldn't
don't
that have tried
think
to hit
so.
me?
I'm not sure.
So
13,
so
right?
shield should add 2 to your AC.
I don't know what my AC is.
What armor are you wearing?
I'm assuming it'd be at least medium armor.
Okay, so if you're in medium armor, let's say you're in
Most-
chainmail, you're going to be at
15.
15 plus your dex.
It would be
What is your
15.
dex?
Yeah,
It's
so
minus
It's
one.
15
Oh,
total.
right.
Because she has a minus, so it technically would
Dex
balance
is
out. So it's
minus,
15.
Yeah.
It's still enough. You get the shield up, and it clangs against your shield. And again, it's this hard stone on steel sound, and the arrow when it falls at your feet has an enormous rock on it.
Okay.
So that was 3. 4 and 5 are going to go after the horses,
Oh.
and are going to hit the horses in their flank and spook them, and they're going to take off
No.
running.
Crap.
Towards the bridge that doesn't
Towards
have a
the bridge
centerpiece.
that's not there.
Do I stop the wagon?
Do what you will.
All right, so Mizuki.
Probably a good idea.
I will cast. I'm gonna cast Bless.
Okay, on yourself or
I will do it for Killian and probably Alma
okay,
and Simi as well.
okay.
Okay, doing what?
Bless.
Bless.
Oh.
She be blessing us.
Magic.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so
Who are you casting it on?
the bless is out.
is one of those people.
Not you.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I can
No,
only
it's-
do 3.
It's fine.
I
Perfectly
mean,
fine. I
Everything's
can
fine.
take
it's
it.
an
You
it's
have a
an
lot more
attack
hit points
roll.
than we do.
It's an attack roll or a saving
Yeah.
throw. So I figure it's like 1d4.
I have
So.
11.
All right. So, anything else you want to do with your turn?
Left or to start?
To start.
I don't think so.
Don't think so.
Maybe move. So I'm like back. Like, how far is the road? I'm guessing it's.
We're on it.
I mean, you're on the
Okay,
road.
well, okay, but like how far is not the road? I guess.
Okay. So you're wanting to get into cover on.
Yeah.
So to the north.
Or
it's-
actually, so what directions do the? Actually, I'll probably just go behind the wagon.
The wagon is moving.
The wagon's still moving.
The
Okay.
wagon is moving.
Never mind.
The wagon is moving and accelerating towards the bridge that is not
Right.
there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can I go after the wagon?
Yeah.
Okay, I will go after the wagon
All right.
with my shield in tow.
So okay. So you're running alongside the wagon.
Yes, I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Run.
Adrian.
I have no range. So, I will attempt to stop the horses.
By doing what? What are you doing?
He throws himself at their feet.
I don't know, what do you do? Whoa!
Whoa!
That thing.
Okay. Make me an animal handling check.
That's
So you just regen.
So you.
Whoa!
you can't steer for crap,
Magic.
but you're great with
Alright.
horses.
So it doesn't stop them, but it definitely slows them. And instead of galloping off, they're slowing down to just a walk. But they are still
Okay.
moving.
Where is the? Oh, it's got to be from your soundboard. I keep hearing like baby chickens.
To
All
go along
right.
with the forest
And then,
cows.
is there a way I can move into a position where I can use a tree as cover?
Yes. Yeah, you can do that.
I will do so.
Oh.
And I will have my rapier at the ready,
All right.
squeezing in behind a
So you'll
tree.
have half cover.
Okay.
We are back to the top of the order. Alma.
I have
Okay.
stopped the cart.
Alma is there. There is an arrow that comes and strikes Simi in the head, and Alma is saying, "Wham!"
So I'm gonna kind of slump over, but I'm going to stay on my feet, like perched slumped, so that if something gets close enough, I can pop up.
So then you hear Alma sort of almost like drumming on his leg. And it could be a bardic inspiration. And you
Okay.
see almost in your mind's eye, you see a man with a potion of something, and there's a green steam, and you intuit that this is some sort of poison. He drinks it and feigns death, and then you see the moon go by, and the man stands and draws his rapier and stabs someone in the back. And you will have a bardic inspiration.
Nice way of flavoring that.
I was just gonna be like,
Thank you.
I must have eaten something really bad.
Jail rations.
Woo! Thank you, Chipper.
Hey,
Thanks, did you put?
DM inspiration.
Oh wait,
Oh.
no. Chipper, what are you doing?
Why
Why do you hate us?
Why have you turned on us so?
Woohoo! Thank you, Chipper.
She's no longer blessing you, she's cursing you.
Hi, Deaf Penguin.
All right. So,
Oh, so we have a deft penguin and a penguin butt, right?
Yes.
Deft.
Yes.
all right.
Yeah,
So that's back to our
that's
13s. So again,
How many? Can I see? Like, how many people are shooting arrows at us?
Looks like you saw 5 arrows coming in, plus the guy up there waving his sword and yelling.
Okay. Is there somewhere close, like within 30 feet, that I could move to get decent cover from both groups shooting arrows?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move over there,
Okay.
and then I'm going to pull out this
So you'll have half cover.
this brass cylinder with a needle on one end. I will jam it into my leg and inject myself with it, and cast heroism on myself.
Okay.
Is that a concentration?
Mm-hmm.
So you no longer have sanctuary.
Sanctuary is not
Is
concentration.
it not?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Nope. It's
no,
not.
it's not. Yeah.
Broken spell.
Alright. CB?
Is anybody close enough for me to stabby stab?
Not yet.
Does it look like they're
I'm
moving
a holds.
closer?
It looks like they might be going to.
I've got my my hand on my sword and I'm gonna wait.
Okay, so you're holding your action until someone gets close.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Playing dead, playing dead.
Alright, so the guy that you can see puts his sword out in front and starts charging towards you guys. So he's got his sword and dagger
And
out.
they're like what?
So he's about 100 feet away.
Or did they move forward? No.
He's moving forward now.
Okay.
So he's
So they're about 70 away.
so he'll go to 70 and then down to 40. So he's actually going to use double move and get close.
As soon as he is close enough, if he can get close enough in this turn, I'm going
He's
to.
still 70
He's
away.
still
Oh, he's still
70
70. Okay.
He's still 40 feet away.
40.
40,
Never
sorry.
mind. Yeah. As soon as that happens, I'm going to try and use acrobatics to kind of turn around and do the like hip check back stab thing.
Okay. Right on his heels, breaking out of the woods, are 5 guys who are all sort of slinging crossbows across their backs
They have fries
And-
that are
and-
like way too big for the bag.
and drawing their swords, and they're charging at you guys as well. And they will close to within 40 feet. Looks like a couple of them might be headed for the wagon.
Okay.
And then the rest are closing with you. That will be their turn, and so that will bring us to Mizuki.
Okay. How close have I made it
Try
to the
a
wagon?
crossbow.
How many are going towards the wagon? Like
2.
Okay.
You got this.
I got this.
How close have I made it to the wagon? Like, have I made it to the wagon yet?
I mean, you're right there at it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And it's still moving, right?
Yes, it is still moving.
Okay.
If you can buff
I
me, please.
What?
If you can buff me, please.
yeah, I probably can. Okay,
gotta
I
Oh,
will.
it's 5 by 6, that was
I'll
right.
work on that for next week,
Okay,
Chipper.
That's why I thought it was 5.
I didn't know that it would add range. Fantastic.
And you'll be next.
Right. What am I going to do?
Bradrian.
Am I
Adrian.
closer to touch Adrian?
What are you doing?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm not that far.
You're not that far, but you're not within touch of her.
Okay.
Unless she moves. Unless
Okay.
you get closer.
I will get closer. To...
Oh, good.
All right. So,
Then you slowed the horses.
all right.
Yeah. And I will cast resistance on
nice.
Adrian.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool. Now that
So it's one. So it's D4 to a saving throw. So
okay.
Within, what's the time limit?
it's 1 minute.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Okay,
I
good,
guess I can't because I already have plus.
good. Oh, is that a concentration?
Yeah, it's also
Oh.
concentration.
If you can guide me,
I
please.
can do guidance. Yeah.
That would be very helpful.
Yep, I will do guidance instead. But that's also no. That one's also concentration. They're all concentration.
Guidance is concentration.
Yeah, guidance is
Jeez,
concentration.
Okay. Then leave me to my fate.
Okay. Goodbye. No, I'm kidding.
And this was the end.
You're not wounded yet, are you?
I am.
Okay. Well, I'll cast Cure Wounds
Oh,
on
joy.
Adrian.
That would be very helpful. If you would please.
That one's not concentration. So.
Okay. So the two of you are kind of in the line now of the two bandits that are coming for the wagon. So they will have to pass by you to reach their goal.
What does that bring me to?
5.
5. So
5
I'm
hit
back to
points.
full. Okay.
All right, Adrian.
I will. They're 40, right?
Yeah.
So I'll move 20 and take a drink, and I will ready for when they come.
Okay.
Do they let you drink on the job in the capital?
Wait.
This is why he got
This
kicked
is
out.
why-
No, I like it. I like this idea.
What do you
this
like?
This is a good idea.
That's a good idea.
I like this idea. Your idea. I like this.
All right. So that brings us back to the top of the order, and Alma.
Bardic inspiration.
He gives
Who
inspiration.
are you giving that to?
Yeah, who are you giving that to, Chipper?
Every time I open up my mouth, it comes out gold. I give inspiration.
So Alma.
That's just what I do.
Sorry, I'm just pulling up my spell here real quick.
So Adrian, you got a bardic.
Oh, me?
you got a
I get a bardic inspiration. Thank you, Chipper. Allows me to survive a bit longer.
He lives another day.
You still all have.
Huzzah, hooray,
Yeah.
Kaloo,
Yeah.
Kaloo.
Larger than
Remind me what that
5
does.
It's 1d4
To a save or an
a
attack
save
throw.
or an attack
So-
throw. Up to a minute. So.
Awesome.
climbing out from under Simi, there is a spider
I take it we're going leap.
that is pushing its way out. It is massive. This is a 4-foot large spider. It
Makes
claws
you
its way out
uncomfortable.
from underneath and begins skittering, racing towards these bandits on the hill.
I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm
Okay.
dead, I'm dead.
Spider Queen.
Why did it have to be spiders?
All right. Okay then. I
But
will
it-
keep that in mind.
Apparently, it takes a full action to examine the sound or image to determine that it is.
As a side note, when
Okay.
Mizuki cures me, I kind of look taken aback because it's magic.
But
But did you
don't
understand
know
that?
that.
Sort of-
Did you know it was
see, I'm just
magic?
like, hey, here.
Damn it.
I'm like wrapping up the
Know
container.
anything else?
Like
Okay.
I'm wrapping like your wounds, and you're just like,
Good
wait,
for
I
it,
know
because I did
better.
not know.
Awesome.
Perfect.
So I don't remember offhand. Does anybody remember for bards, with a bardic inspiration, you can't give out more than one at a time.
Oh yeah, you can have it. You can just throw them out like
Yeah, you
candy.
can throw 'em out. You only have a certain number you can
You
give
have-
out. per-
Equal to
It's
your
2,
proficiency
I
modifier.
think.
Or to your
Yeah,
spellcaster.
so you
Yeah,
have
I think
what?
it's
I have 4
4.
of them.
So yeah, you can just spread them out whenever. It
Okay,
just takes a
so-
bonus action to send them away.
Killian,
I-
you're the only one that's within range.
And I get a bardic inspiration too. Oh good.
So you see in front of you sort of a knight in full plate armor, sword drawn, and sun glinting off of it, with a horde of goblins racing towards him, and he just stands there heroically. You have a bardic inspiration. D6.
That's really cool.
It is your turn.
So now that I see that they're no longer shooting arrows but running at us, I'm going to run back down the road 30 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to turn around and drop down to one knee and pull out of my pack a crossbow that has this, it's made of this strange bluish pink metal, and I'm going to bring it up and aim at the lead guy and shoot at him.
All right.
Does a 24 hit?
Oh yeah.
Alright, that'll be 10 points of damage.
Ooh, nice. Good job, Killian.
Getting to try out my new crossbow.
And you
Excellent.
catch him in the side. All right.
I'm so glad for that.
Your arrows may have rocks on them, but mine don't.
Anybody close enough to hit yet?
They're within 40 feet.
So
So
just hold your action to attack.
Yeah, I've held like 3 actions though.
I mean, hold your action to attack is what I'd say too.
Yeah. I will
Because they're almost on you.
continue to
What's
play
your
dead.
AC?
17.
Okay, yeah.
You'll be fine.
I think
Yep.
you'll be okay.
I will continue to play dead.
All right.
Which was really hard with a giant
actually
spider
get
under me.
moved through
All right,
I'll put
sounds
two
good.
11.
That is okay. So that's him. So he's still running forward. He's sort of holding on to his side, and he's going
Did you hit
to.
him?
Oh yeah, I hit him with
good.
my crossbow.
You backed up 30 feet.
Yeah, I backed up another
so you're
30
not really a
feet.
target.
I don't have cutting words yet. That'd be great. But
He's actually going to shift.
Uh-oh.
Instead of he had been running towards where Simi and Alma were, but he's
now there's a giant spider
but
there.
he's gonna turn now and he's gonna come at you,
Hooray, Kaloo Kalay.
and he's got the distance. He's gonna come at you and he's gonna swing.
Swings 3?
Yeah, two attacks and an offhand.
Yep.
This is gonna be nasty.
It wouldn't give me an attack of opportunity.
No,
would it?
because he hasn't run past you
Oh,
yet.
because he hasn't.
But you could move into flanking with him and
Well,
or with
I
Adrian on
ride
your
my
turn.
Adrian.
Grapple.
Yeah, so on your
Yeah,
turn
so
you
you're
can move around to the
okay,
other
yeah.
side and flank across them.
Yeah.
It's 15, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh no.
a 5 is not gonna do it.
Oh, good.
All
When you
right.
said yeah, I was concerned. Different, yeah.
Okay.
Do I trust
And neither is
him
a
to be able to kill this, to deal with this guy, or do I think that he
I
got
seem
fired?
to be.
Or do I think he got fired
seem to
because
be
he's bad
like-
at his job?
I seem to be nimble. Oh, did that?
And a
oh.
12. So
Oh, yeah.
11, 10, 11, 12. And so he. All right, and that's him.
Bend like a reed.
So two of the bandits are going to
Beyond me.
are going to run past you.
Oh.
One on either side,
Oh, good. Well, I guess I'm going. Okay.
They're gonna be real disappointed with that cart.
and then the other 3 are going to be heading for. They're going to be closing with you and.
Even though she looks like she got knocked out.
She is on the ground, yeah.
Yeah,
an arrow in my
they're
head.
going to check them to be sure. So they're heading that way, and they don't look like they're necessarily bringing their weapons back to attack, but they're closing with you, which because they were 40 feet away, that'll put them within 10 feet of you.
So there's also a giant spider right about there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not 10 feet away, it's probably about
So
5.
the guy in the middle is actually going to take a chance to sort of investigate it.
There's a giant
But
4-foot spider. Let's poke it and
friggin'
see
big
what
spider,
happens.
so he's gonna skirt around it.
Skirt.
So there are 2 of them that are going past you.
Would I get an attack of opportunity?
On one of them.
Okay. I will take it with my rapier. I will slash at one of them.
Okay.
I'm not doing any actual damage myself.
That was good.
18.
18 will hit.
Nice. Brother might
9
be dense,
points of
but he
damage.
swings a mean sword.
Nice.
Oh.
And you catch him and yank, or it's actually more of a, because it's a rapier, it's more of a jab into him, and he just sort of, and as you pull the sword out, he just kind of falls over.
They can see through it.
Shock on my face.
There are some spells later on that I can get it, but that would be case.
As soon as one of them is close enough to me, I'm gonna hit.
Well, they're all within 10 feet, so at this point you could use your held action and close with them and get to them. So that was your reaction.
Yeah.
And then there's still one going for the.
Yeah,
Wagon.
the other one's going for the wagon, and he'll actually pass close enough. Mizuki, if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you can.
If you want, please.
If
Yes.
you want.
Yes?
I will do that.
Plus 6. So one of them is gonna be up with a
13.
20, and one
I
of
guess
them is a
I
13.
will do it
Yeah.
with my. I'm assuming I have my fan, my bladed
Oh,
fan.
yeah.
So, so I will. That's probably not gonna hit. You, you know what it would be to hit?
Seriously, D6?
Do you know what it would be to hit?
We have not we have not found that.
Yeah, you
number
haven't
yet.
figured it out yet.
Yeah.
So just what'd you roll?
An 8. So,
That is not going to be enough.
okay, that's fine. I
Okay.
tried.
All right. All right. So that's going to be them. Are you going ahead to using your action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pop
Remember
up
that
and-
you have a bardic inspiration.
Oh, yeah. So
You don't
bless
have to use it,
is...
though.
It's 1d4 to a saving or a
Or an
saving throw.
attack,
the
right?
attack
Or-
roll, or
yeah.
you don't have to use it.
Right. It's
Oh.
the skull
Attack
lets you
or
add it
saving
to
throw.
damage,
Okay.
right?
Sorry.
The battle bard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine does not add to damage.
Yeah. I was just
So
I knew it was
what does
cast.
yours do?
You can add it to hit, but you don't have to. So basically,
You can add it to
has to
hit,
be used
saving throw.
before the
or-
DM says whether something succeeds or fails. But it's any check it can be used towards anything.
So
that's
an
a
ability
D20
check, attack roll, or saving
And you
throw.
have a minute once he gives it to you to
I'm
make use of
gonna
it.
wait for that.
Okay.
I am gonna use bless, and bless is just something that
Bless
stays
is
on,
You
just
right?
can,
yeah,
it
it
stays
just automatically.
for,
You just
Um,
get one punch, right?
Yeah.
So I'm
As
going
long as it's up,
to.
so it's like 4 more rounds.
So I've got. Oh, and does that include damage rolls too, or is it just the
Um,
attack?
No,
attack
it's
roll.
Just attack
Just
roll.
attack.
I think it's more
Okay.
than 4 rounds.
Or
What
s-
is?
Bless
a minute, I
bless
think.
Well,
lasts
one-
bless lasts for 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Because a
Sorry.
round is
Um,
6
yeah.
seconds.
So I've got above a 20 to hit on the short sword.
That's going to hit.
But I only rolled a 1 on the d6, so it's going to be 5 points of damage from the sword. And then that's going
Sword.
to end up being 13 plus 4, 17
Nice.
for
Will
the
that hit?
17 will hit.
fisticuff. And that's going to end up doing 4 plus 4, so that's going to be 8 points. And can I...
So you hit him with your short sword across the belly, and it doubles him over. And as you're coming up with your blow, and you catch him right in the nose, and you feel
Oh.
that bone in his nose push back into his skull,
Oh.
and you hear it snap, and you
Stop it! Stop it!
see-
Stop it! Stop it!
You see the life leave his eyes, and he just collapses.
He has a friend coming up right behind him.
Yeah, there are 2 more kind of close by.
But
I got your back. I got your back.
are you
Awesome.
attacking twice?
I do too. Offhand.
Martial arts.
Oh right, you can just do it as a bonus
Yeah.
action. That's right. Ah,
Yeah.
I'm smart.
You did use your key point to do that.
No.
no,
No,
you
no,
don't need
it's
to.
just
That's right.
offense.
That's
Oh,
right.
That's only if
yeah,
you want to
yes.
do
That's right.
And she can't do that part yet.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Okay.
next level.
Because level 1.
Yep.
All right. Cool. So that takes care of them. The 2 that are standing there are understandably a little bit surprised that the dead woman just jumped up and killed one of their buddies.
Pissed. Very put out
And
about
that will be
thing.
them. And so Mizuki.
Okay.
Before you do anything, make me a perception check.
Oh, there's more in the woods.
21.
21. Okay. The guy that looks like he's in charge looks familiar.
Oh.
How so?
You're having a hard time placing him, but
It's the school teacher.
but something about this road and him is really ringing a bell.
This road and him.
You'll need to make one more perception check
Him
to
and
figure out what it
this
is.
Okay. So.
So you can
Like-
either use your action to try and figure that out, or you can make an attack.
We're doing surprisingly well for level 1s.
Okay.
Is that?
We're not dead yet.
I
Is it
will
a flock of
probably
pigeons?
use my action to try to figure it out.
I've got
Okay.
11 hit points right now.
Nat 20.
I have 10.
He was one of the
We'll look at it
3
after.
men that was on the
plus
carriage
con.
with you, who
Okay.
were coming
Plus 2.
to the valley to become loggers.
We'll
His
Oh,
name
later.
is Devin.
We'll double check
Okay.
everybody's later.
The loggers
Okay.
have turned banditry.
Yeah. Right. So, like, no one's attacking right now, right?
No one's attacking you right now. No.
Okay.
The ones that are closest to you look like they are more concerned about getting to the wagon.
Okay.
A really disappointing
Sad
wagon.
day
A
for
really
them.
disappointing wagon. Yep.
We'll have to track their
Alright,
base of operations down.
Yeah, we gotta,
Yeah, that means we need at least one alive.
yeah, we
All
All
gotta
right. So
carry
that
one.
was your action. Are you
Yeah.
using your movement for anything?
Yeah, I'll use my movement to, I guess, go toward, the person I recognized. The
Okay.
Oh,
So
flanking
so
potentials,
yeah.
yes.
So he's the one that was attacking Adrian. So
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
you're gonna move
so
up.
He's right. Yeah. So I'll just
And go.
move up and
Flank him with my
be
shield.
flanking with him.
Bonk.
Yeah.
Be flanking with Adrian.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Cool. And
Yeah.
Adrian.
Yeah, I
that
did want to
brings
Okay.
it up to you.
What are you doing?
We're excited to see you do it. Come on.
Do it.
This is the moment where we see if he got fired because he's just bad, or
I will
Take
flip the
bucket
rapier
that
to the
you
right
found
to
and-
my left hand and go in for a pierce, which I assume he will block, right?
Well,
I assume he will go to block, correct?
yes, he's
It's
going
a
to
feint.
attempt.
Yeah, I'm going to feint him and I'm going to punch him.
All right.
That's
I like it.
You also have bardic inspiration if you wanted it,
That's true. I might use that.
And you have.
and bless.
Oh wait, no, you don't
Oh,
have
no,
bless.
no bless.
Sorry.
17.
In the future, we should give bless to him
17
and not
will
to
hit.
Alma
Okay.
in a fight,
Yeah. Okay.
because
I-
Alma
specifically in a fight, yeah.
has no combat.
Okay,
for
but
us.
10
Mizuki
points?
didn't
No,
think about
that's
that.
fine. Just in the
'Cause-
future, in
Well,
fights.
I
Yeah.
mean, I plan
But she
using-
wanted.
Okay.
It's a say if
Oh, hold
saving
on.
throw.
I just need.
So
I was
I
flanking,
understand,
so
I
I just need
understand.
to check.
reasons
understand.
Yeah, I didn't
for-
get.
Okay.
It was higher, but.
That's why she came to make sure Alma didn't like
Yeah,
die.
Alma's not gonna die.
Okay. You want me to roll? You want me to take care of that?
What do you mean? No, that already happened.
Oh, okay.
That was what the punch was.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
I'm secretly a monk.
All right. So back to
we
the top.
share so
Alma.
much, and I never knew.
Okay, so we have. They're 10. How close are they? 10 feet away?
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Okay. And Simi is now.
She's standing over one dead body and facing down the other two.
Okay.
You look very not remorseful.
You look like you've got him handled.
I've got him handled.
So the spider is going to.
And no one's
move
paying attention
right
to me,
up
'cause
to
I'm
one of the
good.
other ones. It's going to be right at his feet, and sort of
Ooh, that's
stand on its.
But
hind
yes,
legs
you
like
are
the
helping me
spiders
with
do.
the,
It's going to stand. And,
you gave me advantage.
At that point, when I hope he is
Yes,
somewhat
I did.
distracted,
I am
You're right.
greatly
Alma is
appreciated.
going to
Yes, I flanked you.
run
You're
up
welcome.
and draw his
flanked me.
rapier
Yeah.
and try to go
Good
across
luck
his
then.
chest.
All right. So make
Betrayed.
make your attack roll.
When you said I flanked with you, it was like, what does that mean?
Bless.
Hang on.
1d4.
So I'm gonna use my
Ah,
inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then plus a d4.
That it matters.
So that's 23. 24
Also-
to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay.
That's for
thank
for
you.
a feint. For a nice feint.
I don't even know what
That
the
will
thing
be
was, but
5
apparently
points
it was
of
something
slashing
really
damage.
He did like a.
All right.
There's
pretended
something
attack
more
with his
to it,
rapier
though.
And punched
then
him.
punched him.
Sounds good. Anything
That
else?
punch was
I
something
don't
think
more
you're
than
a
a
fighter.
punch, though.
What do you mean?
I think that's probably it.
I have a I always give it.
All right.
Here?
So Killian, you have seen Alma just jumped up, pulled his rapier, and slashed at one of the bandits.
Did that bandit go down?
He did not go down. No.
So there's 2 bandits over by Simi and.
There's 2 bandits by Simi and Alma. There's 2. There's 2 left.
There's 2 over by Adrian.
There's the big
Mizuki,
guy,
and
and
there's
then
one
there's
running
one
towards the wagon, right?
Because one of those guys is.
There's
unconscious.
2 running towards the wagon.
And there isn't anymore. One is unconscious.
Oh, right.
So there's
So
okay.
the one that
is going for the card you should take out.
Except the cart's worthless.
Yeah, I don't care if they get the
Yeah.
cart. The cart is worth nothing. So the one that
It's worth
Alma just
something.
slashed, I'm gonna aim my crossbow at him and shoot. That'll be a 22.
Ooh, yeah.
Did you reload?
I don't have to.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Crossbows have the reloading.
Yeah,
covered.
that just means I can't make 2 attacks in
Oh,
one round.
that's right.
Oh, okay.
Ah, right.
So
Gotcha.
he-
Okay.
I make my shot.
Okay.
10 points of damage.
So what did you roll to?
22.
Oh yeah. And which one are you aiming at?
The one that Alma just slashed.
Okay. And how much?
10.
Okay. Your bolt basically blows right through him, and he
Oh.
jerks back and collapses onto the floor.
Got your back.
Thanks.
See me?
I'm gonna go for the one that is still there.
Okay.
Don't kill him.
We have one alive.
Alma just wants to kill one.
Oh.
So make your attack rolls.
I did.
And-
Did you use the bardic inspiration? Oh, did you use the
Oh
bardic
no,
inspiration?
Bless.
I hit. I'm just.
Bless.
He's probably
Two.
gonna die.
But did
Did
you?
you use
I just
bless?
need to know.
Oh, I
Did
have
you
not
use
used the
bardic?
inspiration yet.
Did you use bless?
I do have bless.
So,
So one of them is a 19, one of them's an unnatural 20.
Both
So-
of those will hit.
Yeah, so one of them is going to do 6 points of damage, and the other one is going to do 7. There we go. 3 plus 4. So
Okay, not that it matters, but I'm going to. Yeah, no. He was so. With your second hit,
slash pow.
you could tell he was already unconscious and on his way to the ground when you hit him with the second blow, and it just a hammer blow to his chest, and you can kind of hear his sternum crunch, and you can sort of in that moment you can feel his heart kind of stop, and he's dead before he hits the ground.
Never mind.
Sorry, Elma, that didn't process fast enough.
So let's see. You've killed 2 people. I've killed 1 person. You haven't killed anyone yet?
I'm going for the big bad, so
Right.
it's going to take a while.
Okay, nobody
I
else has
haven't
killed
killed
anybody yet.
anyone yet. No.
We'll come
all
back
right,
up in just a
so that is the big bad's turn.
I will eventually, probably.
And seeing
I don't like it,
that,
Yes.
seeing that
Because I'm not.
half of his
Spider
force has
or
been
like.
killed,
Like,
I'm
one left unconscious, he is actually
not
going to take the
dexterous.
disengage action
like a
and
monster.
pull away from you,
Smart.
Yes.
and
Yes.
run 30 feet.
GTFO.
Yeah.
So he's the one that we need to
Sure.
to try and subdue.
Is he? We have
'Cause he's
one
the
on
The
only
last
left,
one,
right?
the
Oh,
last
there's
one
two
that's
left.
up
Okay, never mind.
looks around.
He can go then. He could die.
And he takes off running, and he's running. He's going to run past the wagon, and it looks like he's running for the bridge. And he's going to be right at it, but not enough to get across it. But he's going to be right at it at the end of his turn.
Is the big bad running anywhere our direction?
No,
He's-
he's going back the
Don't
direction he
worry,
came.
I'll get him.
Look at you, my pretty.
See me. Not see me.
I
Mizuki.
was about to say.
Okay. I am going to cast Sacred Flame.
On who?
Yeah. On.
The big bad or the bridge man?
Probably Big Bad.
Do it.
All right.
So, Dex saving throw,
Dex saving throw.
or take it's D8 and I'll roll.
Is it a what? What'd you say?
And it is 8 points.
I'm guessing that a 7 is not going to make the save.
No.
No.
So
Not
he-
even close.
So he takes 8 points of
8
damage.
is the base.
Yes.
How's he
Okay.
looking?
He's looking pretty rough.
You said the inspiration was a D4, D6.
D6 is an inspiration.
All right. Anything else you're gonna do there?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Yeah, since there's no one close by, I'll probably just, yeah, maybe use my movement. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna stick by Adrian.
Okay.
So.
Adrian.
I'm going after the big bad.
Okay.
I will run him through with my rapier.
Okay. Make your attack roll. So.
Good call.
16.
16 will hit.
Yay. 8 points of damage
8 points of damage.
with my rapier.
Okay. And you stick it in, and he's still. I mean, he's still
Now, here's a
Making it
here's a
roll.
game mechanics question for you, Keith.
Yeah.
Were I to move my rapier to my other hand, would that be considered an offhand attack as a bonus action? Or would I have
no,
to have
you,
two?
you actually have to have 2 weapons.
Then never mind.
Do you not have like a dagger or something?
I do.
All right.
But I haven't drawn one.
So back to the top of the round. Alma.
You could just draw it.
Drawing is
Okay,
every
so we have-
That's
isn't
fine.
it?
One running to the
You get
bridge.
interaction. You
One
get
running
one of
away,
those
one
per turn.
unconscious,
So
yes?
if you haven't drawn another weapon that turn, you're fine.
I will
Yeah.
remember that for next time.
Okay, so I will sprint. I'm trying to cut off our gentleman who is running away. How close can I get?
He's got the angles are wrong. You
You're about
can
40.
no.
50?
He's
60, technically. Because I
um.
cut them off for the past 20 feet before they arrived, so.
Yeah. You're
About 60-ish.
you're about 60 feet away at this point.
Okay, before I start running.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to book at 30, and with a 30-foot range, 5 feet. So in front of him, there is going to, Alma is going to be there, sort of curled up, with an arrow sticking out of him on the one side. His face is sort of cleaved, as if by a sword. And he's holding his rapier like this towards his front, so he will impale himself if he continues forward.
Okay.
As a minor illusion.
Oh, very
Okay.
good
And there
of
is
you.
what is the check to
So he will need to use his action to make a check, and it is an intelligence investigation check against DC 14.
Okay. Well, we'll deal with that when we deal with that. Killian.
So how many
Bridgeman.
bandits are still left?
There's
One running for the bridge,
and
I'm
the big
about
guy
guy.
in charge is running
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
I'm about to
So
run
if you
for the
wanted
guy
to
in
take care of
charge.
Bridgeman.
The guy who's running away.
Yeah. Huh?
Bridge 4.
Would it be possible for me to shoot him in the leg to try and hobble him?
You can. It's going to add to his AC a bit.
Cold shots.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
You still have Bardic Inspiration.
I'm gonna use it. So to hit, that is 29. I
Okay.
think that hits.
That'll hit.
So I'm gonna try and
Level 1.
hit him in the knee,
Right?
Just bless and Bardic
Okay.
Inspiration make a big difference.
Fair.
and that will deal 9 points of damage, which I would assume is enough to blow the man's knee out.
Yep.
Now I need to make 2 wheelchairs.
So this crossbow, because it's made of metal and instead of the normal cord, it uses steel cable.
Right.
It gets +1 to hit and to damage.
Oh, this is Bridge one?
No, this is the boss. Or whoever was running away.
The bridge.
Whoever was trying
They're
to
both
escape.
running away.
Oh,
One
then
was
it
just headed
would
towards
have been the
bridge.
boss.
Okay, so that was the boss.
Yeah, that would have been the boss.
Are we keeping the boss alive for any reason?
I want to talk to him.
I mean, you wouldn't have told me that though. So.
Also, you did just see Alma in front of you.
I see him.
So your arrow goes through his knee, but it didn't just catch his knee. You
Ooh, there's a big
cut
artery in there.
you
Yep.
cut the artery that was in there too, and so there's this bright shower of red around your crossbow bolt, red and white and gristle and blood, and he stumbles forward, lands on his face, and it didn't look like he even tried to catch himself, and he's not moving.
And there goes the image.
What? Where did it go?
All right, and Mr. Runnerman,
Probably go bash
or
that
no,
man's
okay,
leg.
that's Killian.
Talk about later.
So you killed the big cat.
So Sini.
Okay, so, falling running man is gonna end up with a knife in his chest and with me just pummeling his face over and over again.
Okay, so make your attack rolls.
That seems a bit excessive.
Yeah, it does.
I can attest
so-
that really hurts.
So there's a 15.
Yep,
Hit the
that'll
dead
hit.
guy?
Well-
hit the bridge
Or
guy.
the bridge
The
guy.
bridge guy.
I don't-
Oh, okay.
The bridge guy's still.
Oh,
The big
no,
bad's
I was
dead.
chasing the big bad.
Big bad's
Big
dead.
bad's dead.
He's
Big
dead.
bad's
He's
Yep.
dead.
Oh,
He's
okay.
dead.
Kill him
Okay.
for an arc.
Although I don't know if you would have known that because we just saw him go down.
Yeah, I saw you shoot him in the leg, so I probably don't realize he's dead yet. So, I mean, yeah, both of them are probably going to hit anyway, but
Okay.
now they're definitely
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
hit
they're-
because he's
they're-
dead. So
Yeah, you're absolutely you're gonna jump on top of him and stab him in the back, and then just like pummel him about the head and shoulders.
I
Seeing the
rolled
scene
to
from
see
Daredevil
if
with
it
the card
dawned
order.
on me that the image of Alma dead vanished, and it didn't not. So
Gotcha.
I'm just like clobbering this guy's skull
That's
until
fine.
there's nothing left.
Yeah, so
That's
yeah,
fine.
it's the scene from Daredevil with Kingpin when he's using the door
Oh,
to
I
just.
forgot about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Okay.
collapsy. Yeah.
And all right,
So there's just this one guy running towards the wagon on the bridge.
And
Yeah.
one unconscious one, yeah.
so wagon guy gets to the
Is
bridge.
it a free action to yell? Can I just
Yeah.
start yell?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, right, there's not actually anything.
And he's jumping, long jumping
Oh, all
across the
right.
bridge.
All right,
And
we're
he,
not.
and
He's gonna make it.
he makes it easily and disappears into the woods on the other side of the
I mean,
bridge.
that's fair.
I mean, yeah.
So, do we want to go after him?
But we need to find the rest of the cargo, don't we?
There's an unconscious one, isn't there?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Well, let's just ask him where they took the stuff.
Yeah.
Can I have a minute with him first?
Oh. Also, see me. I think he's.
You got
I
him.
think he's dead.
I hear Alma's voice, and it's like,
No, you got him.
That's not normal behavior.
"You okay?"
Yeah. It was a fake arrow. I told you.
How's it a fake arrow?
I had a suspicion that this was gonna happen. I had a fake arrow ready.
Second time,
Insight.
cleaved head. I just like storm back
Man.
over towards you guys. Like fists are just like completely bloodied up, and
There's a river right there. You might want to wash that off. Killian, can you help me drag this guy back behind the cart? You should maybe
Yeah.
make sure she's okay.
Who?
Your sister.
Right.
the one covered in blood right now.
Yes.
All right.
I will drag him over to where it was requested.
All right. We will save the interrogation for next time.
Cool.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope you had a good time.
That's everything.
We are making our way through a brand new campaign. This was our third full session. Second full session? Second full session, I
Second.
think. So we're getting third.
Third.
We don't
Yeah.
know anymore.
I have written
We
down
know our numbers.
session 3. for
Session
all my
3, there we
notes
go.
for
We
this
know our
one.
numbers.
So hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys for coming along with us. We are having a ton of fun. We will be back next week. The session will air in the normal time. There is some question about when we're actually going to get together, but that's for us here around the table. So be here next week, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. We will try and be live and be chatting with you guys, so we'll be a little bit more active in the chat than we normally are. But hopefully you guys will get a kick out of what we wind up doing with that as well. Just a couple of quick reminders. All of our videos can be found on YouTube. You can use the link there and in the chat to go check those out. We've got all of the videos that we do here. We've got 2 full campaigns up now. My Tomb of Annihilation run that we just did, and well, I say just did. It's been a little while.
It's
but
been a while.
we've also got the we've also got the run that Danny did in her homebrew campaign that was really fun. If you can, you should go back and check those out. I think you'll get a kick out of both of those campaigns. We also have we've got a series we call Cover Your Assets, where we get together, geek out, and create custom content for 5th edition, as well as some one-shots that we do when the main campaign can't be played for one reason or another. So go check those out. We've also got our Discord server up and running. You feel free to drop by, touch base with us, see all of the fun stuff that we've got going on there. It's a good place for us to let you guys know about changes to the schedule. So once we hash out what's going on, we'll let you know there on Discord what's happening. We've also got an in-character section that we call the Hags Master, bringing your role-playing characters from any system, doesn't really matter. Bring them in, interact with others, as well as some behind-the-scenes character interactions from this campaign that have just gone up this week.
Yes.
So check those out.
Short stories in the campaign shorts section for the Valley. They're interesting to get a little bit of background on some of the stuff that happened before we actually started. So check it out.
So go check those out. As always, we thank you so much for coming along with us. We hope you're having a good time. And remember,
Grab your bats and grab your dolls!
And if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night, everybody.
You know,
Good night!